Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. It is the end of another week, and it is the beginning of week 11 of the college football season. I am, of course, that drunken bastard, Rad5478. And Mario, I see the comment you made. I can't control how many ads they put into the stream. I monetize the streams, so there's going to be a few ads, but there shouldn't be 3 in a row. Anyway, I can't control that. I'm sorry. But we're going to go ahead and get on with this. So, what do we have here? We have ourselves a showdown in the American. And how big of a showdown are we talking about? Well, we're talking about probably something that's got a lot of goddamn playoff stakes in store here. Let us, for a moment, if we can, kind of rehash some of what has been going on this season in the American. So right now, the consensus generally is that everybody believes that the team that wins the American will make the playoffs from the group of 5 slot, no matter what the rankings are going to be. I would say that you got to consider San Diego State and James Madison if they're the only teams with 1 loss still. That's just my opinion. If they get 2 losses, then obviously you should not consider them at that point. What up, Flubby? So right now in this game, we're going to have kicking off here at 9:10, according to ESPN. We're going to be kicking off at 9:10. Tulane 6-2, Memphis 8-1. 2 of the top teams in the conference. Currently, in terms of records, kind of in a little bit of a Memphis is in a little bit of a 3-way tie right now. 4-way tie, I should say, for first place in the conference. Tulane is the first one out with 2 losses. Everybody else underneath them is pretty much dead. North Texas, South Florida, and Navy are still the ones alive alongside Memphis for the playoffs at this moment. That could change tonight. None of these teams are ranked. Currently the college football playoff poll that was released on Tuesday, which a few people had plenty to say about, and I'm sure that more will be said shortly after this week. Memphis is currently currently the group of 5 participant based on if the season were to end Tuesday. Obviously, it's not going to end on Tuesday, but it just goes to show you don't have to be ranked in the college football playoff poll to be a group of 5 representative. He's got to be the best of the bunch, which a lot of people are kicking up a fucking shitstorm about for some goddamn reason. It's just the rules, bro. I'm sorry, Texas and Oklahoma are on the bubble and first one's out. Yeah, you shouldn't have lost those games, guys, shouldn't you? Don't leave it up to the committee to. It's kind of like with you don't want to ever leave a game up to the referee to win it. You don't want to ever leave it up fully to the committee to decide who gets in and who gets out. You want the teams to absolutely make it clear who's in and who's out. So I'm going to check the stream and see how we're doing over here on that as well. I don't know why Twitch is being so laggy. All right, so YouTube isn't lagging. Just doing a quick stream health check, so just bear with me, guys. And how are we looking on Twitch? I can't help it what Twitch does. Yeah, Twitch is lagging. That's fucking bullshit. God damn, I am sorry, Jiffy. I hope it clears up. There's nothing I can do on my end to fix that. That's really unfortunate. I don't know why Twitch is ass, dude. And I'm not just saying that because there's been a lot of bullshit going on with some streamers. What happened to one in particular at TwitchCon, like that's ass on another level. I'm talking about just like the quality that they usually have on Twitch. It usually just goes to shit. So I mean, it sucks. So speaking of sucks, we got to talk about this bullshit with YouTube TV and ESPN because I caved. I spent $30 today and I bought the ESPN streaming service. And let me tell you something right now. I'm already not happy about it because it is lagging like fuck. I mean, it is terrible. It is buffering like crazy on my screen right now. And there's not a goddamn thing I can do about that. And my Wi-Fi, I pay for top-of-the-line Wi-Fi and internet. So that way my streams on my end are crystal clear. So the fact that it's still lagging and buffering just kind of goes to show it can't handle the traffic. Like there's so many people watching the fucking games. It cannot handle the traffic. Right now it's the ending of Kansas, North Carolina. North Carolina gets a 13-point win over the Jayhawks in their 3rd game of the season for college basketball. going to be a tough game for the Hawks no matter what. But that's it. First win versus Kansas since 2002 for North Carolina. What the fuck? Kind of surprised I'm not storming the court over that one. Either way, North Carolina's doing what they do best. They're playing basketball. Kansas, they're doing what they're doing best and not being that good in basketball right now. So, all right, it's starting to clear up now because people are turning off the fucking game. So, yeah, I think it's just what's going on with ESPN. I think a lot of people just don't understand is with how many people are watching this shit, they just can't handle it. So, here we go. We're on now. We're live in Memphis. Here's how this kind of shapes out. So if Memphis wins tonight, they got themselves a pretty good chance of making the postseason at this point because Tulane's a tough team to beat. Like they completely shit themselves last week against UTSA, got caught looking ahead to this game. If they win, they got about a 25% chance of making the playoffs. They lose, I wouldn't say they're dead, but it's not going to be good. Tulane, I called them dead last week after that loss to UTSA. I don't think, compared to anybody else in the American right now, short of winning it, that they get in. And even if they win it, is the committee really going to let them in for a one-loss JMU or a one-loss San Diego State? I don't think so, personally. The odds are really against them right now. I know mathematically, a lot of people were telling me the same thing about Vanderbilt. Mathematically, their Tulane is still in the hunt. They got to win this game if they want to even have a remote chance of making it. So, anyways, this is what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to do live stream and commentary for the game. I'm going to answer your guys' questions. If you want to have your if you want to have your question highlighted on the screen, feel free to make a donation. Any amount will do. If you throw me $100, I'll take a shot of whiskey. I mean, I don't think anybody's actually going to do that, but I mean, if you do, I will. It's not making a habit, though. Can't wait to watch Tennessee Tech clinch their spot. Oh, Lord of the Flies. That's the OVC South tomorrow. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, the OVC. God, that's a clusterfuck, isn't it? All right. Memphis, with a win, they're pretty much in good hands for making the playoffs. If they lose, North Texas, Navy, step the fuck up. You know, you guys are pretty much it at this point. And even still, North Texas, I feel like, is the best of the bunch. So, South Florida, they made themselves a really good case to be taken seriously as a two-loss contender for the playoffs after what they did. Bro, are you fucking kidding me? Not JFKH with the $100. What was that? Bro, it wasn't a fucking dare. God damn it. Oh, JFKH, why, man? Why? I do not deserve 100, but thank you so much for the donation. It's so appreciated. You have no idea how much that helps. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Okay. I will keep an eye. I will not forget about that donation, but thank you, man. Thank you so much. I will make good on that word, and I'll do a shot of whiskey here in a little bit. We're about to do kickoff, so if I were to leave now and go do it, we're going to miss the kickoff. So y'all don't make me about this. I owe Jay a shot of whiskey. So thank you so much for the 100. I do not deserve it, but thank you. Thank you. That legitimately blows my ass away. All right. I got to get myself. I didn't anticipate that happening. All right. So here we go. God, I wasn't going to drink tonight, but fair enough. Tulane will kick it off. Memphis will receive. We've got the score bug back, by the way. Last stream we did last week. For some reason, my StreamYard would not connect to OBS, which would allow the fucking score bot to work. So score bot's working, and we're ready to roll. Tulane in the all whites, Memphis in the blackouts, and from Liberty Stadium in Memphis, Tennessee, here we go. We are underway. Ball is away, and it's going to bounce into the back of the end zone for a touchback. They really need to move the kickoff line back about 5 yards. What up, Cynical? Oh, God. I'm going to do a shot now. If I were to do another expo like Notre Dame would call it, what would it be? There's a few teams that are going to get it. I know I'm working on a quick video that I'm going to have out probably this weekend before Chaos 11, talking a little bit about LSU, but like the full next deep dive, Penn State, UCLA, Miami, they're all going to have Virginia Tech is all going to get it this offseason. Memphis back to throw on the first play. It's going to be thrown to the right side and caught for a gain of about 5 yards. That was Thompson on the reception there, number 0 for Memphis. The American this year is like watching 5 fucking idiots trying to see who can shit themselves hard. Michigan's going to get theirs eventually, don't you worry. 2nd and 5 from the 30 for Liberty. Snap. Fakes the handoff. Throws it to the right side. It's a wide receiver screen. Gets tripped up by the defender. Falls forward for about 3 yards. Going to be 3rd and short coming up here for the Tigers. Can I just say, by the way, I love it when Memphis kind of goes the Bengals route with their helmet and does the tiger stripes. Those always look really cool. Not even 24 hours after you followed me on Twitter, the Twitter account started following you. Yeah, they suck. 3rd and 1, handoff up the gut. Did he get it? Oh man, it's awfully close. He's awfully close to the line. I am not funded by any deep state. Don't you dare start spreading that crap. I am not funded by any deep state. Let's see here. They just ran the ball up the gut. He's short. I gotta think he's short here. They're gonna say 4th and 1. Don't look at the score bug. It's wrong. It's 4th and 1 unless there was a flag, and it's ahead. Oh, it spoiled it for me. Flag, false start on Memphis. God damn. Well, now they're gonna have to punt it. They were gonna go for it originally. Now they're gonna have to punt it. I say, well, what check from Ohio State? They ain't paying me. Fuck. Why the hell would the Buckeyes pay me a dime? They didn't pay me shit. Punt gets away clean. It's going to be down at about the 30. Let's see what they mark it here. Ball got batted away at about the 34. Yeah. All right. So Tulane will start from the 34. We're going to have Tulane himself, Jake Retzlaff, under center. And, I mean, he's a great player, but goddamn, last week he did not play well at all. Yes, it is the deep funding YouTuber to fuel my college propaganda. God damn it. I knew there was a bug in here somewhere. West Virginia will never pay my ass a cent. Bodie, just wait until Michigan week. I fucking hate those bastards. 1st and 10. Retzlaff. He's going to be throwing the ball. He's going to say fuck it and chuck it deep. He's got a man wide open. It's caught. 10-5. Touchdown. Tulane on the first play for the Green Wave. It is a touchdown to Shaz Preston. No, well, Memphis got caught napping. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Well, that's going to get interesting now, isn't it? Touchdown, Tulane. Jake Retzlaff in one play erases a whole week worth of mistakes that he had against UTSA. And Shaz Preston got like 3 steps on the defender, and that was it. Straight to the house. My clips have an echo. They shouldn't echo. Is it the TV, maybe? Might be the TV. All right. I have a promise to keep, so I'll be back in just a second. For me, $100. God damn it. All right. So it's about a shot's worth, I promise. It's about a shot's worth of old Jim Beam. Just want to say thank you. And I'm going to pull the comment up again to JFKH for the 100. This one's for you. You don't have to donate that much money to me, but man, it helps me out more than I care to admit. So thank you. And OH. Woo. That Jim Beam's been sitting for a while. Fuck. Woo. I got like a nice Ohio State whiskey decanter last Christmas for my girlfriend's family. Fucking beautiful. The Jim Beam's been sitting in that for about 5 months, and you can really start to taste the caramel notes in that. Ooh, it's almost like caramely, butterscotchy, 10-year Jim Beam. It's got to kick like a fucking donkey, though. It kicks you like a fucking mule. Oh, man, that's good. Thank you again for the 100. Not JFKH. Thank you so much. All right, so Memphis has the ball now, 1st and 10. They got to answer after that touchdown, and it's going to be a wipe. It's going to be a running back screen over the middle. Only going to pick up about 3 yards on the pass. 2nd down coming up. My favorite whiskey brand? I mean, I really don't have much of a favorite. I got a couple of good ones. Like I remember last year I got this. It's empty now, but a bottle of Basil Hayden's. This was really good shit. That was really good. Jack Daniels never has treated me wrong. as there's a handoff at the middle, and it's going to be a big run out to the 40, all the way down to the 42-yard line. Memphis first down. Another good brand I like is Crown Royal. I don't really do flavored whiskeys that much. Yeah, girlfriend, she is fucking based. She is the absolute best. The reason why, shit, she's my biggest supporter. I don't really do like mixed flavored whiskeys very much, but Crown Royal Apple is pretty damn good. As there is a massive overthrow, incomplete. I'm realizing now the scoreboard is a bit ahead, so I'm doing my best not to look at it too much, but I can't really do much about it because it's just like, ESPN app is just not great. Trying to catch it up. Come on, bitch. There we go. All right, 3rd and 6 coming up here for Tulane. I don't know what happened last play. So if 100 helps you that much, how much will 500 do? Pay for my mortgage? It would literally pay for my fucking mortgage, at least a good chunk of it. 3rd and 6, back to pass. As the throw deep downfield. He's got it. Caught 10, 5, touchdown. Memphis answers. Touchdown, but hold the phone. We get a flag down. I believe it's going to be on pass. It's going to be pass interference on the defense, but let's see here. Memphis is celebrating. Another beautiful bomb, but hold everything. We got a flag down. Let's see who it's on. Oh, boy. I'm not liking the look of this. Who's it on? Who's it on? Face mask on the defense. That's going to stand. It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown for the Tigers. JFKH? No ideas. No. You don't have to do any other ideas. No way, man. No. You don't have to do anything. You're good. No. ESPN being a turd, what else is new? Yeah, I mean, that's just, ESPN being ESPN. That is, so they're making the official call now. Face mask on the defense, blah, blah, blah. Touchdown stance, yada, yada, yada. So I insist. I mean, do whatever you want, man. If you're crazy enough to send me 500, I won't stop you. But, like, that would be legitimately $500 would be an insane donation, but I don't even know what I would do to thank you. See, why is it when people are generous and donate money to me, we immediately start calling them pimps? Field goal is good, by the way. Dumb Gamers last year, he sent me, he was the biggest donor on the channel in the first year we really did the streaming. Do what Tom Grossi does. Chaotic good. Yeah. I could go for some chaotic good. I'm going to do something fun with the kids this weekend, actually. We're going to go to a indoor playground on Saturday, take them to the roller rink on Sunday. That'll be some real good fun with the kids, actually. But I will have the football games on tomorrow when we're at the indoor playground. It's going to be good. I'm going to try my best to keep up. I'm going to do everything I can to not get behind like I did last week, because that was fucking brutal. Feet? What do you mean feet, JFKH? You want me to show my fucking feet? This is a family-friendly Christian YouTube channel. Oh no, this ain't OnlyFans. Tulane. Yeah, well, I think we're going to be in for a fucking air war now. That's 2 massive passing touchdowns, 1 by each team. Life battle is like a war zone. You're goddamn right. This game is going to be featured in Chaos 11, by the way. It is going to be in Week 11 Chaos because of just the stakes involved with this game already. JFK's got shot through game for the I don't think he's actually got that much money. I'll tell you what, JFKH. You drop $500, I'll show you my feet on stream. You ain't gonna do that. But if you do, I'll do that. I'll take a picture of my feet and I'll put it on YouTube. Just because we're making fucking jokes and you're not gonna do that. Ain't no goddamn way. You do not. No, don't fuck. I'm not playing no dangerous game. Your feet don't got. They're not bad. Like my feet are fine. They're not like. They're not bad. I don't know. No one's ever talked about my fucking feet before. Even my girlfriend talks about my feet. She can give a shit less about my feet. They work. I wouldn't say we're not into that. I don't know. I do get my. What the fuck are we talking about? Dude, you are saying it's a dangerous game. You're saying it's a dangerous game. I'm not playing a dangerous game. No, Nate, trust me, man. I wasn't literally, these streams could be we can go off the rails quick. Is it about football? Yes. But it goes off the rails pretty fucking quick. All right. So after the face mask penalty, Memphis is kicking it off from the 50-yard line. And this is where I say again, we should have a rule in college football that if you get a penalty and you got to kick it off from the 50-yard line, if it goes through the upright, it's a 1-point rouge like they have in the CFL. Don't encourage him. Do not encourage JFKH. So first drive, Tulane comes out. You can't donate $500 because there's a cap for a while. How much is a while? Like a day? Jeez. First and 10 from the 25. Snap, they're going to hand the ball up in the middle, and it's a big-ass run up the gut. And that's going to be a first down. We'll say he's all the way out to about the 38-yard line. Yeah, if he goes through the uprights on a kickoff, it should be 1 point. Absolutely. I think that should be a rule. If you're not going to move the kickoff spot back, I mean, it wouldn't make the game any less safe. Columbia has a football program? Yeah, aren't they Ivy League? Columbia should be Ivy League, I think. All right, so first and 10 again for Tulane. They're going to hand the ball off. It's a sweep to the left side. And he's going to get to the 50, 45, 40. There's a flag down, a huge run. Let's see what happens here. Mr. Cynical with the $2. 10% football, 90% schizo posing. Okay, posting. Okay. Are you describing the stream or yourself or me? How are you describing this? We are holding on Tulane. It's going to back up 10 yards. I appreciate the 2. Thank you so much, Cynical. Long-time viewer. I think he's just describing the stream. 10% football, 90% fucking bullshit. Which that's fine. It's been a long fucking week. We just got done busting our asses at a 9 to 5 all damn week long. We need to kick back, throw our feet up, watch some football, listen to some dumbass on the internet talk, right? All of us. Okay. You know what? Fair enough. Retzlaff back to pass after the holding call from the 35. It's going to be caught at about the 43. Wide receiver is going to be brought down. I wonder where they're going to mark forward progress. I guess they're going to give him 7 yards on it. Feet up. Got JFKH. Jesus Christ. Feet up. Yes, I said feet up. What about it? No way OSU loses. No, OSU's not losing to Purdue. I know people say spoiler makers and all that bullshit. That's not happening. Purdue's going to get I like trains. The PDs will continue until I like trains. Tulane back to throw. Tossed it to his left side. It's going to be caught for the first down out to the 50, the 45. And he'll be knocked out of bounds, maybe around the 43-yard line. First down coming up. I don't know who said. I can't remember who said that he was calling him pimp. Again, we like to say Pipper. Bates from out of Bates with the RKO out of nowhere, $500. Oh, is that you, Jeff KH? No, come on. They run the ball out to the 40-yard line, second down. Are you serious right now? Oh no, I gotta put my feet on the internet now. God damn it! Oh, RKO from out of nowhere. Jake Retzlaff from the 41. I still got to call a game here. 2nd and 6. Retzlaff throws it over the middle. It's caught. That's going to be first down at the 15-yard line. I feel like Tom Brenneman right now as there's a throw over the middle of the field for a first down. Oh, no. Well, shit. Okay, is Obates JFKH or is he somebody else? No, we're not doing. I'm not going to make an OnlyFans. No. Snap. Retzlaff to the left side. He's out to about the 11-yard line. He'll get drugged down. Can somebody tell me, was that JFKH or is Obates? Come on, dude. Be honest with me. Be honest. I want to genuinely know. I just want to genuinely know, so I'm not thinking a ghost. I just want to genuinely know. Is Obates is Obates 2002 a real person, or is he a clone for JFKH? I just want to know so I can give proper thanks. I'm not going to tell YouTube to refund the payment. I just want to know. Hand off to the left side again. Inside the 10-yard line goes Memphis. They're out to about the 7. Come on. Spill the beans. Come on, let's go. Okay, so it was JFKH. Got it. Using a fucking backup account. I knew it. You slick son of a bitch. I knew it. Holy. No, come on. You just randomly came in hearing oh my God. Yeah, now we're completely off the goddamn rails. Oh my fucking God. It was a different person. To the left side, down at the 5-yard line. It's going to be first and goal for Memphis. Again, I feel like I'm Tom Brenneman right now. The stream has evolved from just a football game. It went into, holy fuck, does Red have to actually put his feet on the internet now?
What the was that?
Okay, question. Does the bet still apply? Because it was really only talking about JFKH. I know Obates said for the kids, so I only think he's interested in the feed pigs. I mean, I'll do it if he wants me to do it. I won't be a dick, but fuck. Brings a new meaning to football. Okay. Run to the left side. Memphis inside the 5. Touchdown, Tigers. I was planning on donating at $500 earlier so you can go watch Akron at UMass, but I didn't have the time to catch a stream. Okay, well. Bates. Man, you really didn't have to do that, but I so appreciate that you were thinking of that, man. Thank you. Extra points good. You guys did not. Money's been pretty tight lately, so I'm a little bit shocked. Yeah, that's going to help the kids a lot, actually. Going to make Christmas a lot easier. So, yeah, thank you so much for that super generous donation, JFKH and O Bates. I will never forget that. Genuinely, I will never forget that. So I mean, that's gonna help out a lot of things here. We just got started with the stream too, so I mean, just thank you so much for that. Always, if you're on Discord, man, shoot me a message on Discord. I wanna figure out something that's I don't know. And the shots. I'm not gonna do 6 shots for $600 tonight. I do want to get up tomorrow morning and take the kids to that indoor playground. So we're gonna keep it chill. But I'll probably do another shot of whiskey here in a bit, just for that donation alone. Oh boy. We're in commercial now, 14-7 Tulane, and I have completely lost the plot. Was there a plot to begin with? Probably not. Purdue scores at least 9 points, so Ohio State wins 49-9. I mean, I'd say that's a fair score prediction. Just because I like digging holes. So, JFKH. I think YouTube caps it I think YouTube caps it at 500 per donation, Mario. I'm not going to encourage this. I know JFKH said that he's willing to do it. And apparently he's got disposable income out the ass. I don't know why he chooses to drop it on me, but hey, what are you going to do? If I'll make you a deal. If JFKH actually donates 400, I'll do it. I think that's fair. Because then we'll be at $1,000, and then it's like, okay, fuck it at that point, right? Like I'll just drop my feed on. I'll drop my feed on Discord and I'll drop it on stream. I'm not saying he should. Completely up to him. If he says he would like to do that, but no one's requiring it. Nor am I whoring myself out for money. All right, fair enough, JFKH. Fair enough. I do appreciate your donations, though. There's an artist you're commissioning that needs help for their rent. Yeah, man, absolutely. 100%. Don't worry about it. Don't fucking worry about it. I am not a greedy son of a bitch. I am more than grateful already for what I have been given and what you guys have given me. Besides the nearly 8,000 subscribers, I am so great and everything you guys have done. Yeah, thank you. Andrew Kopp for the $5.499. Love the vids and your live streams. You make me want to jump at my dream of being a sports commentator. For a long time, I actually thought about doing that myself, getting into sports commentary, but school's expensive. So thank you for the 5, Andrew Kopp. Take at least one more shot, though. Oh, easily, I'm going to take one more shot for that $500 donation. I mean, easily. When we cut to commercial next, I'll go get another shot of whiskey, come back, we'll do it, we'll toast it, and we will get on with the rest of the ball game. You teach your kids shit that won't understand. Don't know how I feel about it. Thank you guys for being here. 30 people showing up for the stream tonight. That's pretty good. It's pretty good for a first stream on a Friday night. Memphis back to pass, and he's getting swallowed up in the backfield. That is going to be a sack. That is a sack for Tulane. And ladies and gentlemen, the sack for Tulane. This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real. Come on. Bodie, can I have a beer with you? Yeah, man. Anytime. If y'all come up to me and we're out and about and you want to have a beer, by all fucking means, I'm willing to have a beer with every one of you fuckers. All righty. Third down coming up here for Memphis as there's a run to the outside. It's going to be 3rd and 15 now after the sack. And I mean, we're having a bit of a gun show. Outside of all the bullshit going on this stream right now and all the chaos, we got ourselves a little bit of a gun show going here. 14-7, just under 4 minutes to go in the first. All right, snap. Memphis back to pass. Still looking, still looking. Tosses it to the right side. That is going to be caught. And well short of the first down. It's going to be 4th down. And Memphis will have to punt. Good try. Just the sack killed that drive big time. It's always hard. How close is this to being a group of 5 title game? I wouldn't say it's a group of 5 title game yet. You got to keep in mind here. You got 3 other teams in the American with only 1 loss. So, or 2 other teams, Navy and North Texas with 1 loss. So, this isn't like the group of 5 title game, but it's going to really clear up the picture a little bit here for everybody as we get into it. Tulane will field the punt, and he'll be brought down at about the 21-yard line. So, there we go. I'm going to see if we go to commercial here. If the second we go to commercial, I'll run to the kitchen, get a shot, come back, we'll do a shot, and we'll continue on. Retzlaff still nursing an injury, it looks like. Actually, yeah, he's hurt. He's playing hurt a little bit. He had to go into the injury tent after their drive, it looks like. So that's not Retzlaff. Okay. So here we go. 1st and 10. No, Retzlaff is on the field. Okay, snap. Fakes the handoff. Rolls out to his left. Still looking. Still looking. Dumps it off. And it's going to be caught out of bounds. Incomplete is the call. And all right, so Retzlaff is currently on the sideline. Brendan Sullivan is in the game currently. But Retzlaff is back out of the injury tent now, and he's about to go back into the game. I think the Mean Green got a good chance to make the playoffs still, despite their loss to USF earlier in the season. I mean, South Florida, they just, the 2 losses are hurting them right now, but they're still in the race for the American. Handoff at the gut, and that's going to go nowhere in a hurry. Going to be 3rd down coming up, and you got to believe Retzlaff is about to come back into this one. Yep. So Retzlaff is back in the game. Sullivan comes out after playing relief. And we got 3rd and good night coming up here for the Green Wave. With about just over 2 minutes to go here in the first. So 3rd and 10 from the 21, 22-yard line. Snap, Retzlaff, back to pass, still looking, still looking. He's got all day, scrambles now, and just nukes it into the ground. Incomplete. 4th down. They're going to have to punt again. And that is just not what you need for Tulane right now. Memphis kind of has all the momentum here, but we got a flag down right now, so hold everything. They're going to call intentional grounding on Retzlaff for spiking into the ground with nobody around. So that is 4th and a mile coming up. They're going to have to punt. And the punt is away. It will be fielded at about the 27, and he'll get tripped up at about the 35. So, all right, I'm going to go get a shot. I'll be right back, as promised. So bear with me just a moment. Okay, I got my shot. Damn it. All right, so Memphis has the ball. They're already out to the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10. There's going to be another handoff up the middle. That goes nowhere in a hurry. As we're approaching about a minute to go in the first. Oh, boy. 2nd and 11 for the Green Wave. Let's see here. Tulane. Memphis takes the snap. It's going to be a wide receiver screen to the outside. They're going to cut up to the outside of the field, but this is not going to get far at all. Going to be down at about the 42. 3rd and 7 coming up here for Memphis. I know the scorebook doesn't like to keep track of timeouts very well. We got 3 timeouts for each team still. I know there's a couple other games going on tonight. I'll take a look at those again here in just a moment. Actually, you can see the ticker on the screen about those games right now. 3rd and 7 for the Tigers from the 42. Tulane shows blitz, and they're going to rush 7. Memphis runs out of the fucking pocket. Still looking. Dumps it off to his right. It's going to be caught down to the 30, 25, inside the 20-yard line, and he'll be wrestled out at about the 20. And that is how the first quarter ends, with Memphis driving but down 14-7, and their quarterback Lewis is a little bit limpy. He has a little bit of a limp right now. Yeah, he don't look too good. Definitely a little bit hurt. Not great. Hopefully he can stay in the game, but because he's been playing excellent so far. Brendan Lewis has been absolutely having himself a decent night. And now, I do want to say, Bates, for the $500 donation. I got no other words to express my gratitude for that. That is a fuck ton of money. That's going to help out a fuck ton with the kids, obviously, but also it's going to, it really, really just, I don't deserve it. But you know what, man? I so appreciate you. I saw your request on Discord. I'll hit you up after the stream or whatever. Just want to say thank you for the donation. Cheers, man. I wouldn't be here without you guys, and this has been a hell of a ride so far. Let's see what the rest of the season brings us. Woo! OH! Oy. Wow. Yeah, that whiskey's really good stuff. Jim Beam, 10 years, Black Label. And it has like those, it's like I said before, it kind of has that like caramel, butterscotch kind of thing going on with it, but it also kicks you in the nuts like a fucking tire, like a goddamn donkey. So, like, it's good shit. I don't really like super strong whiskeys, to be honest. I like the ones that are a little bit more chilled out, but those are for like refined people. All right. Bill O'Brien will be next to get fired. Him and Boston College just don't fit. Yeah, no shit. Boston College is an absolute train wreck. When you're getting embarrassed by UConn and trounced upon like that, I mean, you held your own against Notre Dame, but what the hell does that mean when you only have one win on the season? My God. Boston College was actually kind of starting to get itself together before Bill O'Brien showed up. And now they're just like, I honestly don't remember the last time Boston College was even good. Does anybody know the last time they were good? Anybody? Was it when Matt Ryan was there? I hope not. God, that would be terrible. That would be fucking awful. Oh, UCF got a pick 6? Damn. All right. What's the score now in that game? Oh, Jesus, Houston. Oh, Houston. Oh, Houston. At least you're going to go bowling. You wonder why I shit on Houston, despite the fact that they've had an impressive record. Who the fuck have they beaten? It was Matt Ryan last time they were good in 2007. The chaos season, 2007. Jesus. Been nearly 20 years since they were since they were a good team. Fuck, dude, that's terrible. Imagine being a doormat for 20 years. He was 3, I was 5. I was in 7th grade. I was in middle school when that shit happened. Now I'm 30. Fuck. Where has the time gone? All right, 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Memphis is driving. They're in Tulane territory. They're going to fake the handoff to the outside. Quarterback, Brandon Lewis is going to keep it himself, and he's going to house it. Touchdown, Memphis. We got ourselves a hell of a ball game tonight, guys. I picked a great one for this. Just take defense and throw it out. Defenestrate the defense at this point, guys. It is out the window. It's gone. It's done. It is going to be a goddamn smoke show. Who scores last? Because that's who's going to win this game right now. I'm not going to say what I just read because I just got a bit of breaking news, not sports related. And I think if you guys do your research, you probably figure it out yourself. As a father, it just absolutely sickens me. I don't get political. I just don't. I was going to be a lawyer or a politician in college. There's a reason I don't get political. But if I could just say this and only this and then leave it, we need to feed our fucking kids. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to get back to the game now. Kick off the Tulane, 1st and 10. They're going to run to the outside. And here's going to be a 4-yard loss on the carry there. 2nd down coming up. I am sorry. I'm sorry for bringing that up in this stream that is about college football and not about that at all. But it just pisses me off to no end. It really just pisses me off to no end. I don't want to start no political bantering in the comments. Snap, Tulane back to pass. Retzlaff looking over the middle. It's going to be caught, and that is going to be a 1st down for Tulane. I don't want to. I'm not going to get political because it's not what my channel is about. But I'll just go ahead and say it. the Supreme Court just ruled that they're going to allow food stamps to not be paid for the month of November. So while the shutdown goes on. So I'm just going to say this. That is fucking disgusting. And we need to feed our kids because they're innocent in all this shit. Don't care which side you're on, left, right, center, whatever. We need to be feeding our kids. And if the government's not going to help, then that's just a goddamn shame. I don't care who the fuck's in charge. That I don't care who decided it. I don't give a shit. Feed the goddamn kids. That's it. We're going to move on. 2nd and 4 from the 41-yard line is Memphis or Tulane. Back to pass. Retzlaff looking. Throws it over the middle. And it's going to be caught. He's out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Damn near flips the field. Going to be 1st and 10 for Tulane. The air raid continues as Retzlaff is just furiously trying to make up for lost time last week. Snap, Retzlaff hands it off to the outside, and that is going to be only about a yard on the carry there. Ledger subject, the last time BC was ranked with 2008. God damn, it's been that long? 2008 was the last time BC was ranked? Fuck, dude. That's crazy. I figured they would have been ranked at least once since then. Again, they would have to be at least respectable. 2nd and 9 from the 33-yard line. Retzlaff, he's going to keep it himself. He's going to run to the outside. After the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Jake Retzlaff to the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane!
Yeah, everyone come back! Woo! Yeah, everyone come back! Who can stop me? Tell me! Who can stop me? What? Yeah! Woo!
What the fuck? God damn! Well, I'll be shitting me. It's 79 yards. It is 21-14 with 12 minutes to go in the second quarter. Are you not entertained? Tulane is doing its damnedest to knock Memphis off tonight. They are doing their damnedest to do that. And you know what, Reed? That's good. That's good. Donate your money to that shelter. They need it more now more than ever. Absolutely. Like, I don't care if you guys say shit like that. That's fine. Just don't get too political. Don't start. I don't want to see, fuck Trump or fuck the Democrats or fuck everybody. Just keep it polite. Since I'm not going to tell you guys don't talk about it because I brought it up, so it's on me now. But just don't go over the line. They were ranked 23 week 8, 20 week 13, and 18 week 14 based on 8 people. Damn. Okay. Wave on. I don't know the saying. Oh God. What's the saying for Tulane? I don't think it's wave on though. Yes, people deserve to eat, especially in November. At this time of year, especially, people deserve to eat. Oh, absolutely. If you're going to shut down the government, why the fuck are you still getting a paycheck? I agree with that. That's common sense. Tulane rolling his way to the end zone. Roll wave. That's it. Thank you, Bodie. Thank you. Tulane is the star of the goddamn show right now. He's responsible for 2 touchdowns at this point in the game. I don't really know what's going on with France, to be honest with you, and I'm not going to start to really dig into that here on the air. I'll look into it on my own free time. Green wave, better than Crimson Tide. Okay, let's be realistic now, Katie. Come on now, we gotta be realistic here. Okay. Yeah, I would say you're right. Money talk. Hey, say it with me, kids. Money talks, bullshit walks. Agreed. Here's some stats for you kids. Jake Retzlaff is 6 for 6 for 150 yards and a touchdown. Brendan Lewis is 8 for 9 for 104 yards and a touchdown. Is that not fucking insane? I would say a Crimson Tide would probably be scarier because you got to think about it. That's probably all blood, right? I guess Houston was the worst 7-1 team there down to UCF. Yeah. You are the worst 7. Well, they're 7-2 right now, I think. Am I right? Yeah, they're 7-2. They are the worst goddamn 7-2 team I've ever heard of. The Red Sea? No. And they're going to get a field goal, actually, to end the half. So it's now 24-17 UCF at the half after Houston kicks the field goal. Meanwhile, on Fox, Northwestern and USC are tied at 14-all. The Red Sea is hardly red. And why the fuck is it called the Red Sea? Thank you, Bodie. Appreciate you, bud. You'd have to watch this shit. I don't know what to tell you there. Okay. So yeah, they're showing me highlights now of the Houston of the UCF pick six. Ooh, they're in their space unis. Those space unis look good tonight. Some good shit. Meanwhile, Northwestern and USC having a dogfight in the Coliseum. Hate to see it. You're a Trojans fan. Lewis rolls out to his left, and he's going to get about 2 yards on the carry there. Still about 12 minutes to go in the second quarter, by the way. Just saying. Houston is this year's Pitt. What does that even mean? Pitt this year isn't really terrible, are they? They got fucking what's his name in at quarterback, and now they're great. Houston's only good at basketball. They've always been good at basketball. They're a basketball school. Some schools, they just invest in one sport and they could give a shit less about the rest. You know, historic powers like Duke, fucking North Carolina, Indiana, Kansas. There's a flag on Memphis. That's just going to back them up, and that's just going to kill their drive. They really can't afford that right now. They invest their money in basketball, whereas, Houston, they're definitely, and Memphis to an extent as well, has always been a little bit of a basketball power. I remember Memphis was a hell of a good team in the late 2000s on the hardwood. So first and 22 from the 13-yard line for Memphis, deep in their own territory. And that's going to be a pass, and Lewis overthrows it. It was the old wheel route to DeRosers Jr., and he just threw too far ahead of him. Incomplete, 2nd and a mile coming up. Snap, Lewis back to throw. He's scrambling into the end zone, has to get rid of it. Throws it to the sideline, incomplete. Going to be 3rd and a mile coming up right now. Fuck. Memphis is in a deep hole right now. The Tulane's defense is just disrupting the shit out of the Tigers, and they're not doing themselves any favors either. All right, from the 13, 3rd and 22, Memphis is going to run the ball at the gut. They get out to about the 21-yard line. That's about it. They just surrender it there, punt the ball. They will. More universities should sponsor hockey. Hockey is a fun sport. I mean, I'm not that big of a hockey guy. Like, I'll watch some of the playoffs, and when the Olympics come around, I'll watch the shit out of some Olympic hockey. But, 26 is going to be a good year for me because of the Olympic hockey. And I did watch some of the Four Nations Cup. That was fun. but I'm just not that big into it, honestly. And it's partially because of the regional network bullshit that we're still dealing with in the MLB and NHL. Like, I'd probably give more of a fuck about baseball and hockey if I could watch the Reds and the Blue Jackets. But FanDuel Sports wants me to pay $20 a month to watch the Reds and the Blue Jackets, and I'm just like, no, I can't. Like, I'm probably going to be dropping YouTube TV if they don't get this shit together with ESPN soon, because it's cheaper for me to just stick with ESPN and ditch YouTube TV, because my girlfriend only watches TLC on YouTube TV, which you can watch on HBO. My kids already watch Disney Plus, Netflix, Peacock, and Hulu for their shows. My son, by the way, this is how I know I'm raising my kids right. They watch Mr. Rogers and Magic School Bus all the fucking time. I'm doing the Lord's work. But still, like, you can watch that shit on Netflix. Mr. Rogers is on Pluto. They don't watch SpongeBob. They're Disney kids. So, like, that's already handled. And then if all my sports are on ESPN, let's say I got to cover a game on NBC or TNT or whatever the fuck. Okay, TNT's on HBO. I already got Peacock for the kids to watch movies. And then if I got to watch a game on Fox or CBS, I'll rent Fox Sports 1 for a week or a month, or Paramount for a month, and that's it. How did I manage that? Man, Mr. Rogers is one of the best things to ever happen to children's television. He's got away with kids. May he rest in peace. Master School Bus, it's a fun show. It's stimulating as shit. I mean, there's a reason why when I was in school and they rolled out the big TV and they turned it on, we always were hoping for one of two shows, Bill Nye or Magic School Bus. It was always one of those two that we always hoped for. And 9 times out of 10, it was. And it was great. So, water polo is the summer equivalent of hockey. Water polo, low-key, is pretty fucking badass. Tom and Jerry's good, although my kids aren't really too into it. I think it's just like it's a little bit too old for them to really enjoy it. Yeah, old Tom and Jerry. The actual shit where they're still smoking the cigarettes, beating the shit out of each other, drinking, all that fucking shit from the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and the 60s. Yeah, I know. Oh, God. I'm having a flashback as a millennial right now. See, my dad never gave a single fuck about what I watched, and that is sad. And I'm sorry to hear that, because you got to be careful today raising kids. I'll tell you this right now. I don't really talk about my kids too much because I don't show them. I don't tell them their names, all that bullshit, because they're young. So I don't really want – I think my son came onto my stream like a couple of weeks ago, and he just wanted something. I had to quickly like shoot him off the camera and be like, "What is it, buddy? What do you need?" You got to be careful with what your kids watch on TV today, because there's a lot of garbage out there, especially on YouTube. Sorry, YouTube, go fuck yourself. Your kid's shit is terrible. There we go. Handoff up the middle for Tulane, and they're going to get out to about the 40-yard line. Going to be 2nd and 5 coming up here. Old Animaniacs is great. Yeah. You remember the Science Court show in school? We were the same age, and I remember that one. I think I do. Science Court. God, I want to say yes, but that doesn't ring as much of a bell. Second and 5 from the 39. Retzlaff throws it to his right. It's going to be caught, and they're going to do some juking and movement, and it's going to get a first down. Ball's out to about the 46-yard line. That's going to be first down for Tulane. I think if I looked it up on YouTube, I could probably find it. Bodie's an uncle to 5 nieces and 2 nephews, so you get it. Yeah. YouTube is god-awful for young kids right now. If you're under 14, 15 years old, I don't think you should be on YouTube personally. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Like, I thankfully had parents that did give a shit about what I watched, but, I mean, there were still times when I was able to, like, get away with watching some crazy shit. Retzlaff back to throw. He's going to throw it deep. That means he's got a man. Oh, my God. Turn 5. Touchdown. Touchdown. Memphis. No. Touchdown Tulane. Retzlaff with a 54-yard bomb to Anthony Brown-Stevens. What the fuck?
Yeah, got me.
Oh, Memphis is in trouble. They are not able to keep up with Tulane right now at all. They cannot keep up with the Green Wave. They're just getting ran. Tulane is running around Memphis in circles right now. Extra point's good. And that is a 28-14 game. And I just realized the score bug has not updated the score in forever. And now it decides to update. Well, fuck you. 28-14 Tulane. Tulane is pissed. Yeah, no shit. They lost to UTSA and it's pretty much canned their season. This could save their season, but they still need a lot of help. All right, we're gonna go full millennial memory way down here. So hang on a second here. There's one. If you're walking by a classroom and you're trying to get away, come back for the restroom, and you hear this, yeah, you know that, and you're not in that class, you're going to be pissed. I know my limits on Juju. Like, there wasn't so much garbage when I was a kid, and I'm going to sound like a fucking onk for a minute here, but there was not that much garbage on TV when I was a kid. I was raised on 3 networks: Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, PBS Kids. Those were my 3. Okay. The most degenerative show that I watched was Ed, Edd n Eddy, because that show was just chaos. That, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, those 2 shows were just stupid shit. But even now, looking back on those shows, it's still not considered brain rot. Now? Oh my fucking God. There is so much brain rot on TV. It baffles my mind how some of this shit's allowed. On YouTube, I realized when my daughter was 2 that we cannot use YouTube because it is just, there's too much bullshit on there. Just that shit would completely fuck her up. She watched a couple of shows at one point that we thought were fine, and it turned out they were not because it was giving her nightmares. So I had to cut that shit out. And even when you go on Peacock, there's certain shows on Peacock that are just so cheaply made. And then there's other shows like on HBO. There's this show called Vlad and Nikki, and it's just brain rot slop. I let the kids watch it because it's not really like awful, but it does not look right to me. Like my son loves the shit out of Bluey. Bluey is probably the best show for kids right now that's being actively made week over week. And that's fine because Bluey actually teaches kids morals and rights and wrongs and doesn't just give you brain slap for 5 at a time. So Bluey is a great show for my kids. They fucking love the shit out of Bluey. And I just stick them on Disney because at least if there's one network that doesn't produce brain rot yet, Disney has not done that. I'll give the bastard mouse. I'll give the mouse his due there. They don't have a lot of brain rot on Disney Plus. Not there's some, but there's not a ton. It's like those crappy direct-to-TV Disney movies like Angels in the Outfield. I mean, shit, that's not even that bad though. Pokemon, Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, Mighty Machines, a few others. Yeah, I mean, those are all great. I love the shit out of Animaniacs, man. That shit was I need to get some. I need to find some sound effects from that and put it in my videos. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for Memphis from the 25-yard line. Snap. Lewis back to throw. They got to get something going on this drive. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. That's the first down. Out to about I want to say 35-yard line, maybe. I don't know. Got about 9 minutes to go here. This has been a hell of a ball game so far. It's been a long first half, but man, it's been worth it. There's been a ton of scoring. We're learning a lot. Oh, Angels in the infield? Yeah, that's shit. That movie sucks. Snap, Lewis, they hand the ball off at the middle. They're at the 40-yard line, I should say. Now to about the 43 now. It's going to be 2nd and 9 coming up here. Oh, I'm an unk. I'm an unk in both like age-wise and literally because my brother has a kid. She's not even a year old. He's adorable. 2nd and 9 from the 40, I want to say 41-yard line. 8.5 to go in the second quarter. Lewis, low snap, looks over the middle, tosses it. It's caught at the 50. First down, Memphis trying to get the train back on the tracks here. I mean, Bluey's a good show. I think they produce in Australia. So the customs are a little bit different, but shit, it's good. Kids need to be exposed to different cultures at a young age. That's how you keep them from becoming racist pieces of shit. All right, from the 49-yard line, snap, Lewis hands it off. No, fakes the handoff. He's still going to go. Out to the 40, down inside the 40-yard line into Tulane territory, first down. Indian in the cupboard. Ooh, that's a throwback. God, I remember watching that movie on ABC when I was like 7 or 8 years old, and they would do like Disney movie night or whatever. That's a throwback. All right. From the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Lewis back to throw. Throws it to his right. It's going to be caught. I wonder where they're going to mark this ball. He was inside the 35 for sure. 2nd down coming up. Looking back at nostalgia, just be careful for survivor's bias. Survivor's bias. I don't even know what that means. Did I play Flash games back in those days? Oh, you bet your fucking ash. I was a Flash game freak back in the day. Arcade Street, stickpage.com. Those are my go-tos. Handoff up the middle. It's going to be a first down out to about the 25. He breaks one tackle. He's out to the 20. 15 out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Memphis, they're driving. Will the Beavers win? No. My girlfriend loves High School Musical. She definitely got some love for Zac Efron from that, I think. Cool Math Games, I remember that one. That was a good one, too. But no, my go-to Flash game sites were stickpage.com and Arcade Street. Handoff up the middle goes nowhere. He's going to lose 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards on that carry. I forget the bad ones and only remember the good ones. Yeah, fair enough. That's what looking back on your childhood and nostalgia kind of does to you, though. You wear these thick ass rose tinted glasses, and you're remembering like, oh man, that was so cool. But then you conveniently suppress all the bad shit you went through too. 2nd and 11 from the 16 now. Lewis back to throw, still looking. He's going to throw it for the end zone, and that is over the head. Did he catch that? Did he catch that? They're going to call it incomplete, but he did catch the ball. It's a question of if he was inbounds or not. Let's see the replay here. One hands it. Oh, his foot was off the ground when he secured it. Damn, that would have been a great catch, too. You got to have control, but the foot was off the ground by the time he got control on it. Just no way. Great effort. But he doesn't secure it to the body until his foot's off the ground. Oh, man, that's so close, though. That is so close. So they're reviewing it. He caught the ball. It's a catch, but the problem is that his foot is out of bounds. Like his foot was not. I don't think his foot was in the end zone when he finally secured the ball. By the time he secured it, his foot was in the air, I think. It really just depends on what they see on replay. Oh, Flash games were the video games for poor kids. If you were too broke to get the latest video game title, but you had a computer, Flash games were it, man. Flash games were fucking it. And there were a lot of good ones, too. I fucking ate up stickpage.com, honestly. I think it was because I've always kind of had that itch for like war game style video games. I used to play the shit out of Call of Duty, Battlefield. I've been thinking about getting Battlefield 6, but funds have been tough. So Stickpage was a little bit more gritty of a site, and it was good too. Now you can't even play Flash games anymore because they killed Java. What a shame. I remember hearing about that years ago. Like, damn, there was my childhood. Everything's on Steam now. The Harry Stickmin series by far was my favorite, though. Harry Stickmin was my fucking... I still watch Let's Plays of the Harry Stickmin series on YouTube to this day. The Henry Stickmin. That shit, by far, not the greatest Flash game, one of the greatest video game series of all time. It's so fucking funny. Like, even if you don't fully get all the references, Henry Stickmin is just so hilarious. I remember being a freshman, junior, a senior in high school, and whenever we would have like a weird day where the substitute teacher was in, or we would get done with our classes or whatever, we would be fucking around on computers, and we would be playing the shit out of some Henry Stickmin in my junior year of high school. All right, so the call on the field is upheld after reviewing the play. They looked at it for a good bit, but they just the foot was off the ground, and there was just no way he held that in bounds. Yeah, the collection, the revitalized collection is great. I love what they did with that. I think after this is over, I'm probably going to play a little bit of Xbox myself. I haven't played that in a minute. 3rd and 11 from the 16-yard line. Snap. Memphis back to throw. Lewis still looking. He's going to be scrambling out of the pocket. He's getting surrounded. Breaks 2 tackles, and he's finally brought down for the sack. Going to be 4th down for the Tigers. That's a big old sack right there.
This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real.
So there you go. I'm loving these conversations we're having tonight, guys. Skater on the Run 2 on Cool Games Math. I remember that game. Yeah. There's a lot of games I used to play a lot of the time. Defend the House was a good one. Or Defend the Fortress. What was the name of that? What the hell was that called? Crush the Castle was good. Do I have a gaming laptop? I do not. I have a laptop that gets by on what I'm doing with it right now. Balloons Tower Defense, man, that's a classic. I didn't play that one that much, but I did a few times, and it was a classic. And Memphis kicks a 49-yard field goal through the uprights, and it is good. I actually just looked it up. Stick Page is still up. The website for Stick Page is still up. I didn't even realize that. I don't think you can play anything though. Damn. Huh. I'll be damned. Stick Page still exists. I'm great. That's crazy. Yeah. So I mean, kickoff. As a former college football player, what do I like better, grass or turf? Man, I love grass. I still love grass to this day. Grass beats the shit out of turf anytime, even when it's not at its best, because I'll tell you why. If nothing was worse in high school football, than playing junior varsity, getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, going to the high school, getting on a bus, going out to some random ass high school to play a JV game at 10 o'clock in the morning with the sun already beaten down in early August or early September. It's hot as shit, and you're playing on turf. Then going home and then cramping up like a son of a bitch because you didn't hydrate enough because you were in high school. College, same thing. We didn't play at 10 o'clock in the morning, though. We got a chance to actually hydrate, but I hate it. The Ohio Athletic Conference, at the time, the only school that had grass fields was Otterbein. Everybody else had turf, and now Otterbein has turf. So everybody in Ohio, the OAC now has turf, and it sucks. Tulane hands the ball off at the middle, gain about 1, third down coming up. Yeah, I don't like turf. I understand why it's needed, though, because it's so much cheaper to maintain a turf field than it is a grass field. And for some of these schools, that can really make a difference on their athletic budgets, especially the smaller ones. So, like, I'm not going to get mad at, group of 5 schools and FCS programs and D1 and D2 for not maintaining a proper grass field, because that's a hell of an investment. I won't lie. But I believe the best football is played on grass, if you ask me. That was what I love doing. And especially like late in the season in high school. I played on a grass field in high school. Some people bitched about that we didn't have turf. I fucking loved it because it was the ultimate equalizer. When you get late in the season and it's been raining, you're in late October, it's raining, it's wet, it's muddy, it's cold. Man, that's where the men met the boys. And that's where you find out who the best was. So I've always been a grass guy. Don't take that out of context. My alma mater doesn't exist anymore. It got absorbed with our rival and turned into one big ass high school. 3rd and 3, Reds left, back to throw. He's getting scrambled out of the pocket. It's thrown. It's still caught at the 40. And it's a fumble. It's a fumble. Let's see. They're going to give it to him. Memphis causes the first turnover of the game.
The people have spoken. Suck, and they say you suck.
Have I talked to Squid? I haven't really talked to him since Monday. Why? I know he couldn't do his weekly recap this week. He's just been too damn busy. So I've been letting him cook and just leaving him be. He's got to work a job and go to school while maintaining a YouTube career. That's fucking tough. I got to raise kids and work, but I mean, I got a little bit more free time than he does, I think, still. And I think they're going to review the fumble. They're going to review the fumble to see if it popped out before a knee was down. Let's see. Rule on the field is a fumble. I don't really see where the ball comes out. There's not a clear angle so far that overturns it. Red, I am absolutely talking about the stream. Yeah, I'm definitely talking about the stream Monday. That's a given. Let's see here. I'd say that's out just because of what the ruling on the field is. You can't see the ball. You can't see where the ball gets popped out. Yeah, there's not a camera angle that I've seen so far that says this ball was popping out before or that this ball was out after his knee hit. The call on the field, the ruling on the field is a fumble. They have to have clear, indisputable evidence that it was not a fumble in order to overturn it, and I'm not seeing any of that. No, Squid sleeps. He has to. There's no way he could be doing this shit if he wasn't sleeping. Like, could imagine me, but just imagine Squid talking like me. That's probably Squid with no sleep. You don't want that. You want Squid to talk like Squid. Where does the ball come out? I don't. It looks like it's out. There's not a clear angle. There's a lot of blur with these still frames. They don't have the best of cameras for this game tonight. So, like, they're showing a blurred image right now, and I cannot tell when that fumble pops out. I think it's going to be upheld. Oh, my God. They overturned it. Wow. They overturned the fumble. I did not expect that to happen. I didn't see a clear angle. I mean, I'm not biased in any way in this game here. I did not see a clear angle at all. I don't know what replay saw, but that was some ref ball. Tulane catches a break. Momentum killer right there for Memphis. That would have shifted the whole pace of the game. Now it's 1st and 10 for Memphis. And, yeah, I know. Retzlaff back to pass. Memphis only rushes 3. It's going to be caught and dropped. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Yeah, I'm sure you guys you're going to see this. If you're not watching the game live right now because of restrictions on that bullshit, you're going to see it on X here in a bit. Hey, Dumb Gamers with the 5. Thank you, sir. Meanwhile, what the fuck is Houston doing? Might genuinely end the year 7-6. Honestly, yeah, I don't know what. I mean, think about it this way, Dumb Gamers. At least you all have won 7 games. You're going to go to a bowl game. I mean, that's a hell of a lot better than I thought we were going to have. I figured at best you guys might win 6 games, but figured you were only going to win about 5. Retzlaff thrown over the middle, and that's going to be a first down, but the receiver paid for it with a hit there. Jesus Christ. Thank you so much, Dumb Gamers, for the 5. Really appreciate you, buddy. And I'm sorry that your school is toilet water. I saw it before you read, and I knew you wanted no spoilers. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I don't want spoilers if I can avoid it. Because I want my reactions to be genuine. I don't want to have to phone it in. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Tulane is now inside Memphis territory. And there's going to be a rush to the left side. He's going to get the ball to about the 40-yard line. 2nd and short coming up here for the Green Wave. What about the man? You're calling Dumb Gamers a pimp? Oh, my. Look, just because he was sending me a lot of money a year ago does not make him the pimp, okay? Clearly, if there's a pimp on this YouTube channel, it's Obates now. The 500. JFK is still there, but fuck. I'll be damned. He's not a pimp. Well, he's not actually a pimp. No, he's not. Dumb Gamers is not actually a pimp. I know him, actually. He's not a pimp. No, he's not a sugar daddy either. God damn it. Oh, you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. One day have enough disposable income to line your pockets very nicely. Okay. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Listen, if there's one thing we all have in common together, all 30 some odd people watching this stream live right now, it's that we all have something very in common. We're all broke. I mean, even those of you that may not be broke, we can all be broke together on this show. I love you all too. And I appreciate you all being here. Replace the P with an S. Oh, that's rough. Red, it was a fun game 7 if you weren't a Blue Jays fan. Yeah, I bet. I wasn't a Blue Jays fan for game 7, and I had fun. But we even called like the fucking game 7 on this show last week after the Sickos Bowl ended with Wazoo and Oregon State. And that was a lot of fun, but I had to call it after the 10th inning because I had to work. I had to go to bed, frankly. Completely off topic. I had to check my bank account to check to have enough money to give some chips at a vending machine today. Jesus Christ. I've been there, brother. Hey, bad times don't last. Bad guys do. And you're a bad motherfucker. You keep going. What was I going to mention? Lost my train of thought. We had a 9 o'clock start time tonight, so we're not going to be getting done with this shit until probably about midnight. So I'm going to be up late. And the one bad part about being 30 is that you're not much of a night owl when you're 30. I have not suffered this much to not finish my thesis. Oh, fuck. Power to you, brother. I remember when I was the 1 year of college I attended, my hopes and dreams of a better education were fueled on football, ramen, and 2 a.m. shots of vodka. I was 19. It's called you throw a friend of yours $10 and they go get you a bottle of Kentucky 110. All right. 2nd and 3. From the 41, they're going to run it up the left side. Got just under 2 minutes to go in the first half. And it's going to be 3rd and 1 coming up here. No, I'm finishing this goddamn. The kids are in bed. They're asleep. I'm good. I'm just tired because I got to get up at 6 in the morning every day to work. And then sometimes 5. And then I come on here and I shoot the shit with y'all. Not regretting it, but just comes with the territory. I'll sleep until about 8 a.m. tomorrow and do it all again. Your time in college was the last 7-Eleven and Wawa Hoagies? Sounds good to me. Mine was, if it wasn't football season, it was walking after midnight with a group of the boys, going to the few bouncing between the few frat houses on campus, trying to find some guys to give us some alcohol. Dumb Gamers has Steve Dangle Zamboni drive our level of anger with your sports teams right now. You know, go nuts, bud. Go fucking nuts. 3rd and 6 after the penalty for Tulane. Retzlaff back to pass. Throws it. It's going to be caught for the first down. He's out to the 35-30. 25 out at about the 22-yard line. Tulane with 1:16 to go in the first half. Really trying really, really trying to get another touchdown and get some more points on the board in what has been an absolute shootout of a first half from Liberty Bowl Stadium. Yeah. Oh, no. If I could go back in time, I would have gotten a trade. I wouldn't have gone to college. Too goddamn expensive. And student debt's no fucking joke. My like completely transparent. My girlfriend is a nurse. She owes about $50,000 in student loans. I went to school 1 year and I still owe about $8,000 10 years later. So yeah, it's expensive. If you guys are watching me and you're not in college yet, or you're thinking about going to college, do yourself a favor. Don't go unless you actually have some financial support that's not student loans. Because it's honestly better at this point with this economy to get a trade than it is to get a degree. Especially it's something that's always going to exist, like a fucking electrician or IT or plumbing or something like that. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty again for Tulane, and it's going to be caught at the 5-yard line. 1st and goal coming up for Tulane. GI Bill for the win? Hell yeah. There you go. Or join the military if you want to serve. And if you do, God bless you. But I did not have that option. You can hope for ships, but sometimes those ships just don't sail. Always have a backup. I did not, and that fucked me. And your high school counselors, they're good people, but part of their job is making sure you get into college by hell or high water. Retzlaff fakes the handoff, looking through the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown, Tulane. Jake fucking Retzlaff is killing the night. These guys are making me eat shit right now big time because I thought they were dead. I thought their playoff hopes were dead, done, buried, over, gonzo, finito. And not only are they not dead, they're about to shoehorn their way back into the contention talks because they're about to knock off the group of 5 contender currently in the college football playoff polls. It is 35-17 with under a minute to go in the first half. Okay? I'm going to have to give a formal apology to Tulane. I was not aware of your game. I called you guys dead. And then just like the fucking Undertaker, you sat up out of the casket. Ah, damn, I hate when I'm wrong. But I love it when I'm wrong. It's a love-hate relationship when I'm wrong. The fuck, Necro? Jesus Christ. That's fucked. Oh my God. At this point, the group of 5 team is not going to be ranked in any of the college football playoff rankings this season. Yeah, it's really looking like that, isn't it? It's really looking like it. Again, the American is what. Yes, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm actually going to switch over to a different one because the plastic on there is rubbing my skin the wrong way right now. There's still a second half, but Tulane Taker is rising. God damn, that's a good one. Tulane Taker. Brandon Lewis just trying to get something going for Memphis right now. It's a pass over the middle out to about the 30-yard line, and he's going to be brought down there. And Memphis is going to call a timeout. The timeout tracker is actually working tonight? Fuck, okay. That's a first. It normally doesn't. And we got an injury for a Tulane player right now. He's down. Roll green tide, I guess. Roll wave. That's the saying in Tulane. It's roll wave. Boys, I don't know what to tell you right now. This is I did not expect this result. Like, if you had told me coming into this game that Tulane was going to go absolutely apeshit on Memphis and throw 35 up before the end of the first half, I would have laughed. I would have said, no, there's no way. There's no fucking way. But alas, here we are. Tulane has dick kicked Memphis for 35 points in this ball game, and we're not even out of the first half yet. Oh my God. He's okay, by the way. He got up and he power walked his ass back to the sideline. His team got hyped. That's a leader. That's how you know it's a fucking leader. All right, Reed. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. Good luck at work. 2nd and 3 from the 32. Lewis. Memphis, you got to do something. And not that. That ain't going to work. No sacks allowed. But that's the 3rd sack of the night for Tulane.
This ain't no ballet. This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real.
Jesus Christ. 3rd and 11 for Memphis. Tulane only rushes 4. That's going to be caught at the 35. He's nowhere near the first down marker, though. I don't think. Actually, no, he is. That's actually a first down. I'm sorry. I did not see the yellow line. That's my bad. Should have saw the sticks. So 1st and 10, out of bounds, 8 seconds to go in the first half. I mean, are you going to throw it for the end zone? What are you going to do, Lewis? Are you at least going to throw it for the end zone? Is it time to Hail Mary? Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. No, you're going to dump it off to your wide receiver on the outside. Well, it kind of worked. You got to about the 42-yard line, 3 seconds to go. 1 second, 1 second left in the first half. Now you have to throw it for the end zone. I really think James Madison has a good case to make the playoffs just because they are dominating the Sun Belt right now, but we'll have to wait and see. If the American batters themselves to the point where the fucking Mountain West representative, San Diego State, or the Sun Belt representative, James Madison, makes it in, it's just going to be fucking funny. And Memphis is going to get the ball to the 48-yard line, but they are well out of time. And we go to the half. 35-17, Tulane smoking a 6-pack on Memphis right now. And it has been Tulane gets the ball first. You really would have hoped for some more aggressive play calling there to win the first half if you're the Tigers. But, yeah, I'm just going to say this right now. Tulane is just smoking their asses. I mean, absolutely smoking them. It is it's not even close, really. You could tell in the first quarter that Tulane's offense was just absolutely dialed in. Memphis had no answers for them on defense. Let's look at some of the stats while we're at it. Let me see here. Okay. We're going to look at a few stats for this game so far, and I want to kind of just compare this raw data that we have right now. So let's just take a look. So Tulane has had how many drives at this point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tulane has had 6 offensive drives. They have scored 5 touchdowns and punted once. That's dominance. That is scary right there. Jake Retzlaff is 14 of 15 with 3 touchdowns and 284 passing yards. Fucker is dialed in like a clock. Shaz Preston for Tulane has 2 touchdowns already. and 85 receiving yards. I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. They're beating their ass. Tulane is pissed. They are pissed the fuck off. I mean, okay, we could say Retzlaff has 3 touchdowns. That's passing. That's 3 passing touchdowns. He didn't stop with just that. He also has a rushing touchdown in this game too. So he's responsible for 4 out of 5 of those touchdowns. The only other player to score a touchdown tonight is the running back. See, when Tulane is actually like dialed in and on their shit, they are one of the best teams in the American, bar none. Yet for some reason last week they play UTSA and just absolutely shit themselves. I don't get it. I know that it's a long season, so it's tough to stay consistent the entire way, but you got to be consistent the whole way. I'm actually looking ahead real quick here. This is pretty much Tulane's last test of the season because their next 3 games are FAU, Temple, and Charlotte. That's 2 cupcakes and a average team that they should be able to beat. So they can win out. And that's a really easy road for them to do. They still need help. They still need a lot of help if they're going to make it in because right now with 1 loss, they need to still have South Florida and North Texas lose in order to get it. No, I'm not watching the Houston game. I'm watching Tulane, but I am keeping up with the Houston game, and UCF is laying the wood. Oh, shit. They actually tied it. Fuck, okay. Houston tied it up. Okay, let's look at remaining schedules for a second here in the American, okay? So, Tulane, their last 3 games after tonight, 2 are cupcakes, 1 Temple. I mean, that should be doable for them. Not easy, but not awful. North Texas. Actually, we're on South Florida. So, South Florida, they won their game last night against UTSA, 55-23. They got to play Navy next week. And then they got to play UAB and Rice. So their last 2 games are cupcakes, but they got to take on the midshipmen next week. That's going to answer a lot of questions for the American, that one right there. That's a high noon game next Saturday. Okay. Memphis, I mean, they got to win this game because they got the hardest of the last couple of games themselves. So after tonight, they play Memphis plays East Carolina on the 15th. Then they take the week off before the final game against. So out of all of these teams, Navy's probably got the hardest remaining schedule because they got to play Notre Dame, South Florida, and then Memphis before they play an Army-Navy on December 13th. Yeah, that schedule's fucking brutal for Navy. They're not going to beat Notre Dame. I can promise you that. They're not going to beat Notre Dame. Notre Dame is way too fucking good right now. If they did, that'd be the funniest shit ever, but they're not beating Notre Dame. If they did, all of a sudden they're in the college football playoff. And they got to go through South Florida and Memphis before they got to play Army. And keep in mind, Army-Navy is not contingent on any playoff. They could win out their American Conference games, play in the American Conference Championship, make the playoffs, and then still have to play Army. And then they got to go play a playoff game. I really, really feel like they shouldn't have let this game kind of be the exception to the rule. It's going to bite the committee in the ass. Navy is the one that's actually going to make the playoffs, because that would be fucking crazy. But if they win the American and nobody else is left, you don't really have a choice at that point, do you? When will that be my next game stream? Great question. That's partially why we're streaming tonight. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. And there's a reason for it. It's because week 11 is kind of mid in terms of matchups. So the top remaining game, the top games for tomorrow that are considered marquee because they pit, top 25 opponents are number 7 BYU against number 8 Texas Tech. That's at high noon. I'm not going to be able to stream that because I'm going to be out with the kids. Texas A&M Mizzou at 3:30 on ABC. Not going to stream that. Again, busy with the kids. Oregon and Iowa, number 9 versus number 20. Can't stream that. Going to be busy. Which pretty much leaves the 7 o'clock window open. And then you got Wake Forest, Virginia, California, Louisville, LSU, Alabama, Navy, Notre Dame. There's just not a lot of games I can really choose from next week that I think are going to be worth the time, or tomorrow that are going to be worth my time. That's why I'm streaming tonight, because this game has some major stakes, and none of the games that I'm going to be able to do tomorrow night that I would do are just going to be worth it. So I wanted to do this tonight. So then the next game I would stream at that point. Let's take a look here and see. What do they got going on next week? I think the Wagon Wheel's coming up. Yeah, the Wagon Wheel is on Tuesday night from Action. I might stream that, but we're going to see. I don't know. I might stream the Wagon Wheel. We'll see what happens there. It depends on schedules and the kids and all that shit. And then we got potentially a great game with Notre Dame and Pitt at high noon next Saturday. That'll be good. Navy and South Florida. That'll be good. Tennessee Tech versus Kentucky. Tennessee Tech's 9-0 in FCS. Oklahoma, Alabama. That's going to have major stakes for the SEC at least. Iowa, USC is a currently a ranked matchup. Don't know if it's going to stay that way. If Northwestern could pull off the upset. There's a lot of teams on bye weeks this week as well, guys. That's probably why also tomorrow's games are kind of crappy. And then that's kind of it. So we had a really heavy front load on the season to start the season. And then these next 2 weeks, this week and next week, they're kind of not a lot of great marquee matchups. Pitt's going to be in the middle of a hornet's nest the next couple of weeks, though, because they got to play Notre Dame. They got to play Georgia Tech. The week after that. Yeah, I'm just not seeing any great games right now. Mizzou, Oklahoma could be good. Not a lot set in stone this far out. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This final month of college football, it kind of feels like we're going to have a whole lot of games that are just on paper not that great. And then we just got to wait and see if we can hold off if they become good. Navy and Memphis plays on Thanksgiving Day. What? That's crazy. I might stream that, actually. A little bit of Thanksgiving streaming because I'll be available. I'm going to be attending Indiana versus Purdue the last week of the season on that Friday night because girlfriend's a Hoosier and I owe her one. So from taking her to the Ohio State game last year. And then I want to stream Ohio State, Michigan, but I don't think that's going to work out this year because of how shit kind of plays out. It's going to depend on when I get back from West Lafayette, honestly. We'll see. That's going to be at noon on Fox, which pisses me off. If they played in the afternoon, it'd be a little bit more doable for me. I don't know. I'll let you guys know as we get closer. I mean, it's going to be a blowout, Purdue and Indiana, but you got to think about the history here with Purdue and Indiana. Like the history that can be. First off, it's a rivalry, so it's going to be for the old overall. Northwestern nearly got themselves a fat man touchdown, but he fumbled the ball just before the goal line. God damn it! But if Indiana continues to win out, which they should, that game would be the crowning jewel for a 12-0 season, and they would clinch the berth in the Big Ten championship, potentially against Ohio State. And those two are currently number 1 and number 2 in the nation. So, yeah, that money that JFKH and Obets donated earlier could actually come in hand for that Ohio State for the Big Ten championship game, potentially. Just saying. It could be really useful for that. That'd be cool. If I could go live that game, oh, God, that would be fun. But we'll have to wait and see. Tickets are fucking expensive for that game right now. They're going for like $300 a piece. I can't. There's no way I can afford that unless I get like a payment plan. Yeah, I mean, my girlfriend's a Hoosier. I'm a Buckeye. So if Indiana and Ohio State play in the Big Ten title game, I would do everything I can to try to make that. Indianapolis is not a far drive for me. It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours from where I am. So I can easily do that. No problem. But the tickets are just fuck. I was looking on SeatGeek earlier today, and God, SeatGeek, the current for the cheapest seats to go to the Big Ten title game right now, a single individual seat. I'll put it like this, okay? To go to Indiana versus Purdue, we already paid $200 to go to that. And that's about $100 a seat. Big Ten championship, if that were to happen and we were actually to go, the lowest tickets right now are $273. So if I were to get, say, 2 tickets at $303 each, that'd be over $600 just to go to the game. And that's, yeah. So, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able, I would love to do that, but I seriously doubt that I could do that. I would have to get on like a firm payment plan, which I fucking hate. No, I got 600 today, and I appreciate that, and I hope that it can go that towards stuff like that because that would be great. It would definitely make shit like that happen, but I'm not a fool, you know. I got to be I got to be realistic here with my finances. So if I was able to do more stuff like that and cover it, like do shit like that, you know, vlogs and stuff and do stuff for the channel like that, that would be cool. But, you know, the money's got to be there to go to said games because they don't just give random YouTubers passes. Also, just people pricing people out of sporting events is just insane. Now, I am hoping that as we get closer to that game, the prices will drop like a rock because people realize, hey, we're not going to get any more suckers at these prices. We need to go down so we can actually get rid of these tickets. Because that's how it works. but I'm not gonna bang my head against the wall. A real bucket list thing for me to do would be to go to an Ohio State Michigan game. That's a real okay, that's something that I have to do at least once in my life. But those are going for fucking $400 a piece right now for each ticket, for at best on SeatGeek. So, and you're good luck trying to buy them direct from Michigan themselves. You're not going to be able to. They need to do something about scalpers. They need to do something about all these goddamn people buying tickets and then reselling them at a higher price, because it's getting old quick. It's real fucking old at this point. Yeah. All right. I gotta stop with the rants. We're still at the half. I'm going to take a quick timeout to stand up, refill my water. I'll be right back in just a moment, guys, okay? All right, we're back. Just did that. And they kicked the ball off, so halftime is over. We're back to the game. Got myself a couple of crackers to absorb 2 shots of whiskey. So the Bulls have never been the same since Michael Jordan left. Yeah, no shit. All right, Tulane's got the ball first. They're going to hand the ball off at the middle, and he's going to break away for a first down. He's all the way out to about the 38-yard line. And looks like Tulane's just not going to stop, are they? I want Tulane Taker versus Stone Cold Mean Green in a steel cage match to determine who the champion of the conference is. It's not a bad idea. Red slap over the middle, man, wide open. 30, 25, down to the 20-yard line. God damn. Tulane with a huge first down. One game on my bucket list is to go to the Ohio State-Michigan game. Why would you want to go to the game that Ohio State is guaranteed to lose? Go fuck yourself, dumb gamers. God damn it. Oh, Retzlaff gets smacked in the backfield trying to run the ball. And it's going to be second down coming up here for Tulane. Motherfucker. Look, they're not going to lose this year. I'll fanboy out and say that much. They're not going to lose this year. Ain't no fucking way in hell they're losing this year. No way. 2nd and 13 for Tulane. Retzlaff has over 300 yards passing in this fucking ball game right now. We just started the second half. Snap. Handoff up the middle. And that's going to be out to the 20-yard line. He's going to get stuffed there. So it's a gain of about 4. Third down coming up for the Green Wave. And at this point, you're just looking for insurance if you're a Tulane. You're already in the lead. My sugar baby asking for a session. Buddy, what the fuck are you talking about? Tulane whipping that tiger back into the cage. My gosh, you're absolutely right. 3rd and 8. Every sport should have its own red zone. I agree. Retzlaff throws it to the right side, out to the 15. He'll be brought down short of the line to gain 4th down. If you're Tulane, do you kick the point? Did you take the points? You think you should know it? You know exactly what I mean. Oh, please enlighten the chat because I'm not going to say it. Ohio State plays Michigan on a Sunday at the Shot for $33 for the cheapest tickets. Is that for basketball, I'm assuming? I've been to a Buckeye basketball game before. Those are fun. It's a good time. Snap down, kick on the way. It is good, and Tulane extends the lead out to 21 points. Oh, God. Yeah, the Squid's the porta potty incident that Squid told me about, and then unfortunately I just had to keep asking about what the fuck that meant. Well, you don't even know Ohio State's basketball stadium's name? I just said the Shot. The Schottenstein Center. Yeah, they play at the Shot. They play at Value City Arena. There's also St. John's that they used to play out way back in the day before that just became the place where they do the fucking pep rally before. I've been to one before, but the name of it's just drawing a blank right now. Fucking, I'm being stupid at the moment. But yeah, dude, I know what the fuck it's called. So what is the porta potty incident? It doesn't involve Squid, but he showed me what it was. Skull Session, thank you. I don't know why I was drawing a blank. I went to Skull Session last year for Ohio State and Indiana. That was a lot of fun. I've always wanted to go to one of those damn things. I see them all the time on YouTube. They're great. So the porta potty incident, I'll tell you. I told people on Discord, I think, but here's what it is. At a South Carolina game, I can't remember when it was, 2 years ago maybe. They apparently a couple of fans. There was a streamer that was there at the game filming as they were walking around the concourses, and I guess he was looking for the restroom or whatever. And South Carolina had a bunch of porta potties for bathrooms. I guess they don't have enough restrooms in the stadium, so they have to have porta potties as well to back up. And there was a couple that was getting it on in one of the portos. And they open the door, and all you see is an ass thrusting back and forth, and they shut the door. That is the infamous porta potty incident. It doesn't involve squid. Just he brought it up, and it just manifested itself into a fucking stream, and it just. No, it's not goated. What the fuck? It's disgusting. Be a normal human being and wait to go into your car and do it there. God damn. It looks bad. It's fucking trashy as all hell. And the fact that it happened at a South Carolina football game makes it even worse. It's just so fucking trashy. I can't stand shit like that, honestly. Warning is disease. Streamer detecting sarcasm challenge impossible. Yeah, no, like it's just so it's not even like the fact it's not like 2 girls 1 cup bad, but it's still like, dude, why are you doing it there? You're acting like there are better things to do in South Carolina. There is. You can go to any barbecue joint in South Carolina and have a better time than doing whatever the fuck they were doing in a porno. I'm not going to repeat that, Obates. 1st and 10 from the 25 for Memphis after the kickoff. They got to get going now. Like, they have to score on this drive, and they're off to a good start. 1st down out to the 40-yard line for Memphis. Like, if you're the Tigers, this is kind of like a do-or-die drive. If they don't get a touchdown on this drive, they're probably fucked. So you got to score. You got to score now if you're the Tigers. And Lewis fakes the handoff. He really should have just handed it off because he got sacked for the trouble. God damn it.
This ain't no ballet. This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real.
Steven says, now I feel like this was all a ruse for you to bring up 2 girls 1 cup during a Tulane game. No, it wasn't actually, but okay. God damn. What the fuck's going on tonight with this stream? It's so chaotic. All right, Lewis, back to pass. Still has time. Checks it down. It's going to be caught. He's out to the 40, out to the 45. That's where he'll be knocked out of bounds. Yeah, let's just pause for a second, shall we? All right, now we're back on track. 3rd down. God damn, the stream tonight. Y'all are great. You've been a great audience for this stream. I won't lie. Give yourself a pat on the back and a punch in the face because this has been fucking crazy. Oh, God. 3rd and 6 from the 44-yard line. And Lewis is back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to get eaten alive again. Another sack.
This ain't no ballet. This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real.
Roll, wave, roll. That's all I got to say there. Dumb Gamers with another 5. 2 weeks ago, Connor Wegman was on the list for the Maxwell. He has now thrown 5 interceptions in the last 2 games. Yep. That's the way the Houston goes. We have a lot of problems in Houston. Buttle will be returned from the 15. He's out to the 30, and he's going to get stepped out of bounds about the 30-yard line. My God. I don't know if you know, but your cutscenes are playing twice for some reason. They're only playing once for me. I don't know why. I think on the replay it'll fix itself, but the live it's definitely a little jacked up. What I really want to do is get my OBS working to the point where I can stream on both Twitch and YouTube, and I don't have to worry about doubling up shit like that anymore, but I don't know why. It just doesn't like it when that happens. Let's see, Maximum Chaos. Well, we're going to get it because the American's about to become absolutely, like a wasteland if this shit keeps up. We're a couple more losses from Navy and North Texas from absolutely going full stupid. Iowa beats Oregon and Oklahoma beats Alabama. Yeah, right. I'm going to enjoy your chaos, but I got to be realistic here. Ain't no way that's happening. If that actually happens this weekend of all weekends, fuck, man, that'd be hell. Funny as all hell. We need a read out of context video. Is the American in chaos? You bet your fucking ass they are. Who do I think's winning the Power Four right now? Ooh, fuck. I still think Ohio State's going to win the Big Ten. I know Indiana's playing really, really well, but I think Ohio State's still going to beat them in the Big Ten title game when they play, because I think that's what's going to happen. ACC-wise, I really don't know at this point. It's so easy to say Virginia because they're currently in the lead in the conference. But it's a real shot. It's a real shot in the dark. Georgia Tech, I think, should have enough steam to get it done. But it's a toss-up. Big 12, I think BYU's got it this year. I really do think it's BYU's got it down, and I think they're going to win it. But the game against Texas Tech is going to tell me a lot. And then the SEC, that's a toss-up. I know Alabama's playing white hot, but I don't see Alabama, honestly. I don't see them losing. I really don't. I know A&M is there. I know Georgia's hanging around. I know Vandy's trying to hang around. They're not going to make it, though. Texas is somehow lurking. Oklahoma's lurking, at least for now. God, it's tough. I don't want to say A&M. I think Alabama has a better shot, unfortunately, but I don't know. It's a real shot in the dark. Another run up the middle for Tulane as they get the ball back on 1st and 10, and they're going to get out to about the 35. That's about it. There's only one conference in the Power Four right now that's all but kind of decided, and that's kind of the Big Ten, because it's really just Ohio State and Indiana at this point. Oregon is hanging around, and if Ohio State or Indiana somehow slips before the end of the season, they could somehow step in and maybe make a case for the Big Ten title run. But after that, that's it. There's nobody else. Illinois got themselves knocked out. Michigan's pretty much out of it. There's really nobody else. USC is way out of it at this point, I think. Retzlaff back to pass. Rolls to his right. Still looking. He's going to keep it. He's going to get about a yard out of the run. 3rd down coming up. Big Ten's pretty much locked up between two teams right now. Oregon still has a chance if some fucking bullshit happens. The ACC is a shit show. It is an absolute shit show. And there's a lot of arguments to be made on who's going to be in and who's not. If I had to say, I know Michigan, Oregon, USC, and Iowa only have one Big Ten loss, but it's still are any of those teams really going to get? Because then you look to overall record as your tiebreaker at that point. Retzlaff on 3rd and 4. He's going to scramble to his left, and he's going to get walloped at the 40-yard line. 4th down. A rare 3 and out for Tulane tonight. But they could probably afford it at this point, considering the bullshit that they got going on. ACC right now, it's between Virginia, Georgia Tech, Pittsburgh, and Louisville. SMU is still hanging around with 1 loss. Duke has only 1 loss in the conference, so they're still really kind of in it. Miami's got 2 losses, so they're the first one out of the grouping right now. Virginia leads the conference undefeated at 5-0. Georgia Tech, Pittsburgh, Louisville, SMU, and Duke have one loss. Out of those teams, Georgia Tech and Louisville have the strongest cases because they all are 8-1 and 7-1. Pittsburgh is 7-2. I really want to see what happens with Mason Heischel as we get down the rest of the way. If Pittsburgh can rattle off a couple of big wins, they'll end up in the ACC title game. And they might have a chance to win it. Who the fuck knows? Big 12, like I said, I think it's a little bit more clear-cut this year than it was last year, considering what's been going on. If you ask me, again, I think BYU is probably going to be the one that wins the whole conference, but I don't know. Texas Tech, they beat BYU tomorrow. That changes the whole game. Cincinnati, they lost to Utah, sure, but they're also only at one conference loss. So they're still in the mix. I mean, we're going to figure it out real fucking quick, I think. Because that conference is just like the Big Ten. You only got like 3 teams right now that are really considered like, okay, they're in the mix. Oh, hey, Squid. G6 is so cooked. Lamau. I agree. The Americans definitely cooked right now. With Memphis dropping the ball like this, it is going to be an absolute shit show. SEC-wise, God, SEC. This is why Group of 6 only gets one slot, period. You're absolutely right. SEC, you got A&M, Alabama undefeated in the conference at 5-0. You got Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas at only one loss. Those are your contenders right now for the conference title. Okay? At this rate, San Diego State might get in. That's why I brought them up last week, because that's why I brought them up in Week 10 chaos, because, like, yeah, they're playing in the Mountain West, but they only have one loss overall, and they're undefeated in conference play. If I look at the Mountain West right now, and you look at the standings, San Diego State is undefeated in the conference at 4-0. Okay? Boise State is 4-1 in the conference. So right now, it's kind of a collision course between those two. Those two rule the roost in conference play right now. San Diego State wins out with only one loss, and the American completely implodes because, let's be honest here, Navy's not going to finish the season with only one loss. Memphis is definitely not going to have only one loss at this point. And God, who does North Texas play? Who the fuck does North Texas still have to play? Because they're really the only team at this point that I feel like has a good chance of maybe escaping with only one loss. But even then, I'm like skeptical of that. East Carolina's still in the race too, yeah, because they only have one conference loss, even though they've lost a couple of games overall. North Texas is off this week. Then they got UAB, Rice, and Temple. They should win all 3 of those last games. So they should absolutely be in by default, just as a matter of survival at this point, because Navy, Memphis, and South Florida are going to fucking kill each other before we get to the end, because they all got to play each other still. Tulane's about to knock out Memphis for them, so they're about to move up one slot by doing nothing this week. And then South Florida, again, they already played Memphis and lost. So Memphis has the tiebreaker over them. North Texas played South Florida, and North Texas lost. So South Florida remains ahead of North Texas. South Florida has Navy next week. And if Navy beats South Florida, all of a sudden North Texas is the other team in for the American. But Navy also has Memphis on their schedule still. I didn't show anything. Navy can still make the playoffs and lose Notre Dame. That doesn't, that's not a question that's not a doubt in my opinion. But Navy's got South Florida and Memphis. I think they're gonna lose one of those games. Something really tells me they're gonna lose one of those games. 1st and 10 for Memphis. They're out to the 25. And they're going to get nowhere quick on that one. Kansas State's not making the playoffs. No fucking shot. Come on, Squid. Let's be realistic here. James Madison will make the playoffs before Kansas State does. Second and 5. That's going to be caught for a first down out to about the 41-yard line. Memphis trying to get something going now. It really is do or die for the Tigers right now. I didn't show anybody anything, dumb gamers. Don't put words in my mouth. First and 10 for Memphis. Lewis back to pass. He dumps it off to his check down. Bad throw, but it's caught out to the 45-yard line before getting knocked out of bounds. Okay, I want you guys to keep this in mind, okay? In the Sun Belt, they're the only conference left, I think. I could be wrong, but they're the only conference that's currently separated by divisions. So in the Sun Belt East, James Madison is 5-0 in conference play, 7-1 overall. In the Sun Belt West, Southern Miss is 4-0 in conference play and 6-2 overall. Could you fucking imagine the chaos if that were to happen? Handoff up the middle for Memphis, and they're going to be about a yard short. It's going to be 3rd and 1 coming up. Maybe. Let's see if they spot the ball. Oh, actually going to give it to them. First down. Okay. Meanwhile, Texas State is just dying at the bottom right now in the West Division. 0-4 in conference play, 3-5. I thought they were going to do better this year, honestly. Just because God hates James Madison, yeah. I mean, James Madison, I think, has the weakest case in terms of being 7-1 overall. But, I mean, if they're the only 7-1 left in the group of 6, you got to use them, right? Lewis gets hit on the throw, overthrows his target, incomplete. Second down coming up here for the Tigers. They're begging for a flag, and there is a flag out. Let's see if it's for what the pass. Let's see if it's for pass interference. I didn't see one thrown in the wide receivers area. It might be holding. No, it's roughing the passer on Tulane. Okay, then. That's interesting. Houston's about to take the lead, tied at 27. Oh, shit. Okay. Houston might actually sneak one away here from UCF, which that's not good to say ever. James Madison has Marshall, App State, Washington State, and Coastal. Yeah, they're going to win out, I think. Washington State's probably the toughest opponent on the schedule. Lewis, he's going to throw for the end zone. Incomplete, nearly picked off, but incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. And we got a flag down against Memphis now. And that is offside. So it was a 3-play. That's why the shot for the end zone. No dice. 1st and 5 coming up here for the Tigers. A lot of questions are going to need to be answered here pretty soon. We're going to have a better idea of what the American looks like next week, I think, after we get a few more games out of the way. 1st and 5, Lewis throws it down on a wide receiver screen. And it's going to be brought down at about the 25-yard line. It's going to be enough for 2nd and short. Yeah, Kansas State, I mean, what a story for them, honestly. You know, they were shit last year. You know, they haven't been around for a long time. They've been around for a little over a decade at this point. Kind of like, you know, they hung around. They started in FCS. They've hung around for about a decade, and then they made the jump to FBS, got killed, got their head coach fired. And now suddenly they're on the rise. I mean, good for them, honestly. 2nd and 1 for Memphis. They're going to fake the handoff. Lewis is going to give himself. He stumbles, but still gets past the 20 into the Tulane red zone. 1st and 10 coming up. They're down by 21 right now, but there's a ton of time left. So, by the way, the timeouts are not correct. Oh, shit. Brandon Lewis is limping off the field. He's limping off the field. He's hurt. He is hurting. So the backup quarterback for Memphis is in the game. Sending a man in motion. They got to be running the ball here, right? Quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to get 2 yards on the carry. Gonna be 2nd and 8 coming up. 9 teams have a shot to make the Group 6 playoff spot 11 weeks in. What a season. Absolutely. This has been a great season for college football. So Arrington Maiden is the redshirt freshman at quarterback right now for Memphis. They're Brandon Lewis limped off the field. He's out of the game for the moment. So you got a true freshman, you got a redshirt freshman in at quarterback for the Tigers. He's calling an audible. I mean, shit, this is your time, kid. Make a name. Maiden's going to hand the ball off up the middle, and he's going to be down at about the 10-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down coming up here. There's some audio difficulties going on for the Memphis game. Not that I give a shit because I'm not listening to whatever the hell the commentators are saying. 3rd and 3, just under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter as we wind down what has been a pretty exciting game all told here. This has been a fun game, dude. You know, very unique set here. They're going to hand the ball off at the middle again, and he's going to get brought down behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down. No fucking way. Slam the door shut. All right, Memphis, are you going to sell for the field goal here and take the points, or are you going to be stupid and try for a fucking 1st down? If I was them, I'd just take the points. Go down by 18. It doesn't make much of a difference, I know, but still, it's 4th and 5. You gotta do something here. Oh, they're staying on field. God damn it, they're going for it. It's 4th and 5. Memphis is down by 3 scores. I mean, I get it. I get why. Snap, Maiden, looking to throw, rolls out to his left, still looking. He's going to run for it. And he's going to get the 1st down. Holy shit. Did he get the touchdown? He's down at the half-yard line. 1st and goal. Maiden got clocked. He ran for it, and he fucking got wiped out. He is hurting right now. Oh, man. Faked the pass. It was almost a design. It's almost like it was a design quarterback run. He saw the lane, and my God, he got hit by a fucking truck. That ball did not cross the goal line. So it's a 1st and goal from the half-yard line for Memphis. They need this right now in the worst way. Under 10 seconds to go. Snap, Maiden keeps it himself. He's struggling for the goal line. He did not get there. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. He is short. End of the quarter. Oh, Jesus. So now you got 2 quarterbacks playing hurt for Memphis. Both quarterbacks are playing hurt for Memphis right now. They're getting their asses whipped. UCF is down by 3 with 2:21 left. Northwestern field goal. They're going to need a lot more than that to get back into that one against USC. And it's going to be a really interesting 4th quarter here in Memphis too as well. We're going to be closing the night out here in Memphis with all 3 of these games because UCF Houston's about to wrap it up. And no, I think we're going to get done with Northwestern. USC and Northwestern should be getting done around the same time we are. So we'll keep an eye on that. Whew. My God. Houston might choke it. Would not surprise me if they did. Would not surprise me if they choked it at all. Wow. Let's just talk a little bit about this game specifically for a moment. To be honest, Scott Frost is UCF's head coach. I mean, yes, but Scott Frost is also the reason UCF made the fucking waves they did in the late 2010s with beating Auburn in the Peach Bowl, going undefeated. claiming a national title. Like, he's the reason for all of that shit happening. So, I mean, I think Scott Frost at UCF is a way better fit than he ever was in Nebraska, despite the fact that Nebraska was where he came from. I'm not going to discount Scott Frost just because he sucked at Nebraska. Like, he did excellent at UCF before he went to Nebraska. I think that was more on Nebraska than it was on Scott Frost. Because UCF, they've definitely made some improvements this year. I think they have. Genuinely, I think they have. All right, so let me just double check a couple things here real fast because I'm trying to at least. Definitely better than the Gus bus. I mean, that goes without saying. Okay, so who do you see some of these schools hiring? I wouldn't be able to begin to tell you because I genuinely don't think that a lot of these coaches that were fired, I don't think Brian Kelly's going to have a job next season. I'll say it like that. I don't think he's going to try too hard to get a job, and I also don't think that there's going to be a lot of big names looking to hire him on after what happened at LSU with the bullshit that went down. Now, again, like I said, UCF's made a hell of a return this season. They're 4-4 right now. Like, they're doing all right for a first-year head coach. They're doing pretty good. And they're driving on the field, 2nd and 4 for them on the 34-yard line inside Houston territory. They could tie this fucker up. We're back from commercial. 2nd and goal from the half-yard line. And it looks like Brendan Lewis is back from injury. He's back in the game. So 2nd and goal from the half-yard line. The big boys are in. The meat is in the game. Snap. Handoff up the middle it is. He dives forward, and it's a touchdown for the Tigers. And Memphis needed that one in the worst possible way. The absolute worst way. If they didn't get that touchdown, man, this game would have been over. But they're only down by 2 possessions now, and as we all know, there's way too much time on the clock. They are going to go for 2, though. They're going to go for 2. Let's see how that goes. I get a chance to bust out the rare 2-point conversion graphic. And we got a timeout being called on the field for Tulane. That is Tulane's first timeout of the half. So I know that it says they only have 1 timeout remaining. That's not true. Tulane has 2 timeouts remaining. The timeouts are always finicky on this score bug. I honestly need to get a different score bug and change the design or something on there because that's not going to work long term. Oh, fucking hell, man. What a night. This has been a hell of a stream, guys. I can't thank you guys enough for being here for this. We've had at least 30 people watching live for a good chunk of the stream tonight. I mean, that's crazy numbers for this channel. So, I mean, that's great. So here we go. And then the conversations we've had, the laughs we've had, that's been great tonight. 2-point conversion attempt for the Tigers. Snap. Lewis back to throw. Shovel pass up the middle. They get it. They get the 2 points. It is 38-25. I get to use the rarest graphic on this channel. Fuck yeah.
Hello? Hello? Guess where I'm calling you from? The end zone, baby.
Holy shit. So that does make it a little easier for Memphis. They are now down by 13. So 2 touchdowns would take the lead. And then we got 33 seconds left to go in the Houston game. I got that game pulled up on my phone, and I'm keeping an eye on it. And UCF just had to recover their own fumble. Goddamn. All right, let me take a look and see if I can get this up on my phone. Yeah, I can do that actually. All right, so I'm gonna call both games here for a second because I know Houston UCF is of mega importance, and UCF just picked it off. Houston just picked the ball off right as I turned it on. UCF has blown it. UCF has blown the ball game on an interception in the end zone. And Houston is going to survive against the Knights. Obligatory graphic for UCF.
You want this ball? You want this ball? You want to take it from me. Take it from me, baby. It's mine.
I'm glad I didn't have to watch much of that game because that is that's it. So Houston's going to survive. And they are the worst goddamn 8-2 team in the country that I've ever heard of. Retzlaff back to throw for Tulane. He throws it short, incomplete, second down. The worst. Houston is the worst 8-2 football team that I've ever heard of. But I have heard of them. Second and 10 from the 25 for Tulane. I kind of want to get a nice, decent drive going here. Maybe get a stop. Memphis got a stop on them. Third down coming up here from the 30. Could be the Houston Texans. Yeah, but that's, that's the Houston Texans. 3rd and 5 coming up. If Memphis can get Tulane off the field, that'll be huge. Because they're down by 2 possessions, so every drive counts at this point. Every play counts. You got to get Tulane off the field if you're Memphis, so you have plenty of time to work. Retzlaff throws over the middle, dropped. His wide receiver had 2 hands on it, and he dropped it. 4th down, Tulane to punt. And the momentum has shifted. Memphis is on the run. And Memphis makes the catch, and that's going to be a flag on Tulane because they hit the returner. On a fair catch, they hit the returner. So Tulane's kind of unraveling a little bit here. I think they're unraveling a little bit. Memphis's coach is just losing his fucking shit. For some reason, I don't know why. Real worst 8-2 team are the friends we made along the way. So you're saying we suck. All of us are friends in here, right? And they're going to pick the flag up. There is no foul. There is no foul. Tulane escapes that one. Coach is saying it's horse shit, but, what are you going to do? Fair catch was called way too late. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. Fair catch was called when the dude was like 5 yards away from him. That's way too late when you're running full speed. 40 people watching? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, guys. Welcome to the shit show. Oh, the friends we made along the way. How in the hell is Northwestern and USC doing right now? Can't be that close still, right? Yeah, USC's taking care of business against Northwestern. They're going to win that one. 35-17 early in the fourth. I'd say they got it. We're all friends. Let's sit around the fire and sing Kumbaya. Huh? Who are my top 3 Heisman candidates? Fuck, throw a dart, man. I don't have a Heisman. Like Mendoza, I think it's the top one, but after that, I don't know. Alabama's quarterback, maybe. Ty Simpson. I'd say those two are the top candidates right now, but it's really just The Heisman's a popularity contest, guys. I don't know if you know this or not, but it's just a popularity contest. It's not based on stats. It's not based on number of touchdowns scored or anything. It's just like who the media thinks is the best players in the country. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think any of those quarterbacks are really the best overall players pound for pound in the country. But I know how the Heisman fucking works. And they're going to wind up just saying, fuck it, we'll pick a quarterback. I mean, I think Mendoza right now has the best chance to win it, but I really just don't know. It's not the guys that we thought it was going to be. That's for sure. Garrett Nussmeier? No. Kate Klubnik? God, no. Fuck, I'd say Drew Mestamaker has a fucking chance of making the Heisman at this point. I don't even know anymore. Actually, I'll look it up. I'll look up who the actual, who's leading the Heisman candidates right now. So Julian Sayin, for some reason, at Ohio State is the current front runner. I really don't know why. Who has Ohio State beaten? I'm a Buckeye fan, but who have we played? I'm just being real. Just being real. Who the fuck has Ohio State played to allow Julian Sayin to be the top quarterback of the country, top player of the country? Give me a break. Fernando Mendoza, they've been lighting it up against everybody they faced. Has it been a tough schedule? No, but they've been lighting it up. Ohio State, they've been holding Sayin back. Jeremiah Smith, God, really? He hasn't even played as well as he could have this year either. Throw over the middle for Memphis. It's about a gain of 7. Texas, Washington, Michigan, Illinois. Sure. I get that, I guess. But I don't think Sayin's played to his full potential, though. It really does feel like Ohio State's been kind of holding the reins on him a little bit. I'd pick, if it was between him and Mendoza, I'd pick Mendoza. Honest to God. I would pick Mendoza over the Ohio State quarterback right now. He's shown me more, quite frankly. There's been games where Sayin's been shut down completely, and it's, high-end talent bailing them out after a slow start. Mendoza, he starts hot. This pass is complete to the check down. That's going to be a first down up to about the 34-yard line for Memphis. They're cooking with gas. Ty Simpson, like I said, he's another strong candidate for sure. I'd agree with that. Marcel Reed's made made a case at A&M. He, I think, should definitely be in the conversation more than Jeremiah Smith. Honest to God, I genuinely think Marcel Reed probably deserves it more than Jeremiah Smith right now. Talent fee, sure, we can say talent fee. 1st and 10, and Memphis. It's going to be, nope, that's caught. I thought it was tipped for a second and picked, but it wasn't. And that's a pretty good gain for Memphis. They're driving. Watch out. Here come the Tigers. Your other notable candidates that I see on Google right now are Dante Moore, Haynes King, Jeremiah Love, Gunnar Stockton, and Diego Pavia. The last 4 are laughable, if you ask me. Haynes King's great. Diego Pavi's great. They're not Heisman, though. Wide receiver screen to the outside. Memphis is going to get the first down out of it. Steps out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Memphis at the 45. I'm trying to make it through here without falling asleep. This has been a great game, but I'm getting tired. I'm running out of gas. It's been up late. I am not the night owl I used to be when I was young and 20. Now I'm 30. By that logic, if they handle Michigan and OSU has been playing it. Okay, so maybe I'm just beating up Ohio State a little bit just to not sound like a biased asshole. And that's a sack. Brandon Lewis gets sacked. I think that's the 5th one of the game. Tulane needed that to shut down the momentum big time.
This ain't no ballet. This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real.
Am I saying Julian Sand deserves the Heisman? I think he should be at least in New York. I don't know if he should win it. This Heisman grouping is just so weak this year, it feels like. There's not like anybody that feels like, oh, he's a Heisman for sure. Like, I don't know. Lewis back to pass. It's going to be a wide receiver screen again. He's going to get to about the 41-yard line. Makes up a chunk of yards they lost from the sack. Going to be 3rd down, though. I think we're at 5 sacks for Tulane now on Memphis. Diego lost it upon losing to Bama and Texas. I agree with that completely. You got to win at least one of those games if you want to really be a Heisman. Haynes King lost that with that game against NC State. Just the way it is, man. Yeah, I mean, no, it's a good thing. No one player is dominating college football. That's great. It's great for parity. 3rd and 13. Lewis back to throw. He gets pressure in the face. He throws it deep into double coverage. It's caught. It is caught. It is caught by Memphis at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 on a prayer. On a prayer. Downfield. Brendan Lewis had a Tulane player up in his face. He throws it deep into double coverage, and it is caught by Memphis. Holy shit, what a play. Dumb luck, but hey, you're still alive, Memphis. 1st and 10 from the 27. Lewis, he runs to the outside. He's going to run out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up. I cannot believe that was not picked off. It was actually caught by Memphis. It was floating in the air forever. If the corner or the safety had been able to turn around and look at the ball, they would have been able to pick it off. Holy shit. Dumb luck, honestly. Honest to God. But hey, if it works, it works. From the 27, 2nd and 10. Under 9 minutes left to go in the ball game. And we got flags out. We got flags out. And I think it's going to be on Memphis. False start. Yep. The wide receiver, I thought he was doing a motion. The quarterback canceled the motion, and referees said, no, that's actually a false start. If I start misspelling, it's because my blood alcohol has gotten high enough to fuck my vocabulary. Yeah, I hear you. I got like 2 shots of whiskey in me, and I haven't eaten a whole lot, so I'm with you. I mean, these 2 quarterbacks are balling, but Retzlaff has just been absolutely killer tonight. 2nd and 15 from the 32. Snap, Lewis, back to pass. Throws it to his right. It's going to be caught at the 25. 3rd down coming up for Memphis. And we're at the point of the ball game where field goals just ain't going to fucking matter anymore. You got to get a touchdown. If you don't get a touchdown this drive, it's ball game. 3rd and 8. Checks the play. Lewis calls an audible. Tulane showed blitz. And we got a free play. It's going to be offsides on the defense. Lewis throws it for the end zone. Holy shit, he caught it! He caught it! Holy fuck! It's a touchdown for Memphis on a free play! flies in his face. He catches the ball and falls on his ass in the end zone on a free play where Tulane jumped off sides. Holy shit, Memphis is back in the ball game. Wow. And just like that, it is a 6-point game because Memphis got the 2-pointer on the last touchdown. Memphis just needs a touchdown to win the fucking ball game at this point. Oh, my Lord. It's going to be a good finish in Memphis. Playoff hopes on the line for both teams. This is what we fucking love about this game right here. We have a call an ambulance, but not for me. If Memphis comes back and wins this game, oh my God, that would be incredible. A 21-point deficit midway through the third quarter. And Tulane is this close to blowing it. Retzlaff is playing the game of his life tonight, and the Green Wave still might lose. They're only up by 6. They went from 21-point lead and just domination to being only up by 6 in the blink of an eye. I'm not gonna front. That's crazy. Big 12 definitely making Memphis making the Big 12 regret not tagging them along. Man, they've been trying to do that since the day they got rejected. The clock has struck midnight. It's Saturday in college football, and we got ourselves a hell of a fucking barn burner in Memphis. Y'all want to go to bed? Fuck off. You're not going to bed. You're going to stay right here with me, and we're going to finish this game out. Woo, boy. What a night. We've been through everything in this game. My God. We've been through a lot in this one. Oh, boy. Ah. Kevin references Bonnie James. Wow. Well, here goes the neighborhood. We got a ball game, a good old-fashioned barn burner, a shootout, if you will. Oh, boy. Kickoff is away. Memphis has to force another short drive on Tulane. Tulane, you got to get points now. Like, Memphis has come all the way back. You got to get points now. A field goal would go a long way. You don't even need a touchdown if you're Tulane. Just a 3 points. 3 points, and suddenly it makes the mountain a hell of a lot steeper for Memphis to climb. But you got to get there. Memphis has all the momentum right now. Memphis has the fucking everything on their side, including field position, and all 3 timeouts. So anything can fucking happen at this point. It's a whole new ball game. First 10 for the 25. Retzlaff hands it off, and they're going to blow the play dead. Somebody fucked up. I think it's going to be false start on Tulane. What in the fuck are you doing, Wave? False start on the offense for Tulane. First play of the biggest drive of this game yet. The drama is increasing by the second. I hope it lasts. First and 15 now from the 20 after the false start penalty. Retzlaff, I hope you got ice in your veins still, buddy, because you're going to need it right now. Tulane has been on 3 and out on 2 straight drives. Hand off to the outside. He's going to get nowhere, maybe a yard. Memphis shuts them down. Tulane, per Angel of Light, had a 98.7% chance of winning this game. And here we are. Oh, the jazz music stopped a while ago. This is getting insane. Second and 14 from the 21. Retzlaff fakes the handoff. Memphis rushes 5. They delay a blitz from the linebacker. Retzlaff, he's going deep. And he overthrows his man. Big time incomplete. 3rd and 14. Had 2. It was just not a good throw by Retzlaff. He thought he had an option for a second, but he just couldn't put the ball where he wanted. Had double cover on his wide receiver. 3rd and 14. Tulane in danger of going 3 and out for the 3rd straight drive. You got a 4 wide out set. Retzlaff all along in the backfield. There's the snap. Retzlaff. Memphis rushes 4. Rushes 5, I should say. Retzlaff throws it for the sideline. It's incomplete. It's incomplete. The 3rd straight 3 and out for Tulane. And Memphis is going to get the ball back. And the Liberty Bowl has come unglued. What a great play by the corner. Getting the hand right there in the path of the ball, just in front of the wide receiver. Beautifully well defended play. You can't ask for any better than that. The Tiger refuses to die. And they're going to try to return this one, but he's going to be down at about the 38, and there's a flag on the play. Looks like there's a hold on Memphis, so they're going to back him up 10 yards. And the audio difficulties continue for this game. Not that I'm listening to the audio or anything, but I keep seeing the notification that there's audio difficulties. I guess the stadium mics are just not working that well. Sometimes when you're trying to play in the Liberty Bowl, it's currently under renovations. So here we go. Memphis with a chance to take the lead. They're down by 6. And, of course, we go to fucking commercial. Why now? Why do we go to commercial now? Motherfucker. Oh, boy, I got to go to bed after this one. I'm all wiped out. This has been a fun – this has been a hell of a night on this channel. Banner night on this channel. Definitely one of my favorite streams we've ever done. Not just because I got 600 donations, but also because of the fucking things we've talked about, the game we're watching, the people here. Y'all make this as fun as it is to do it. So thank you, every single one of you, for being here, for watching this stream. Y'all are the reason it's so much fun. So thank you. This is going to be the best game of the weekend, I think. We got a little bit of everything. A shootout, playoff implications, win or go home atmosphere in Liberty Bowl. I mean, you can't get much better than a mid-November college football game with everything on the line. Probably gonna natty no. Yeah, sure, whatever, JCR. Oh, good Lord. Good fucking Lord. I'm tired, boss. No, that clock is not correct, by the way. The clock is not correct. We still have about 7 minutes to go in the ball game. That is not accurate. That is an issue with the score bug. It is not that we are nowhere near done yet. It is not over at all. So ignore the score. I'm going to actually make a quick thing. Just so everybody knows, the score bug is currently wrong. I'm going to try to update it real quick. Yeah, for some reason, ScoreBot's just not cooperating. We still have about 7 minutes to go in this ball game, guys. So don't you start thinking this one's over yet. I'll update as needed until this bot gets it fixed, because they're fucking that's ridiculous. I know I know they're doing their best, but still, like, come on, man. There's nowhere near saying it's 3 seconds left. We got 6:56 approximately to go in this ball game. Memphis, 1st and 10. And the quarterback, he's going to get sacked again for the 6th time tonight.
This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This ain't no ballet, motherfucker. This is for real. Come on.
2nd and 20 coming up for Memphis. They're in a hole now. There we go. Scorebug's finally working. Yeah, just listen to me, man. Fuck them. 2nd and 20. From the 16-yard line. Lewis, he's going to throw it deep. He's going to throw it deep into double coverage. It's intercepted. It's intercepted by Tulane. The first interception thrown all night.
You want this ball? You want this ball? Take it from me. Take it from me, baby. It's mine.
An absolutely back-breaking play. And a delayed blitz by the fucking linebacker. And Lewis just chucked it deep. I don't know what he saw. The corner and the safety was on the wide receiver. Why were you throwing it there? I don't get it. Like, just throw it out of bounds if you see the linebacker crashing down on you, man. Live to play another down. What the fuck? 1st and 10 for Tulane. They're going to hand the ball off and try to kill some time. It's not over for Tulane yet. It's not over for Memphis yet. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 8. Yeah, me too, man. Every time these quarterbacks have gone yard tonight, I immediately think, oh, they got somebody down deep. Brandon Lewis is limping. He is playing real hurt right now. He is not feeling good. It's not over yet. We still got just under 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Memphis has all 3 timeouts. So let's not start, singing the Pied Pipers. 2nd and 7, Retzlaff. They're throwing it. Okay. Thrown over the middle. Caught. 1st down. Tulane, but a flag. Hold everything. We got a flag with 5.5 to go. And it's a hold. Holding on Tulane. That's going to back him up 10 yards. Replay the down. Oh, Jesus, Tulane. Every time in this half that they try to get going, they shoot themselves in the foot. Everybody laugh at JCR. He said 6-7. God damn it. 10 penalties tonight for Tulane. 10 penalties for Tulane. That's atrocious. Got to clean that up. That's why Memphis is still in the game. 2nd and 17 now from the 28-yard line. Retzlaff rolls to his left, rolls to his right, steps up, thrown incomplete, off balance throw. He was surrounded on all sides, couldn't get anything going. Third down coming up. Can we have a fourth straight 3 and out? Because Memphis's defense didn't arrive until the fourth quarter, but fuck, they when they arrived, they've made an impact. 3rd and 17. Retzlaff back to throw. Still looking. Throws over the middle. No, it was dropped. I thought it was picked up by Memphis, but he dropped it. Either way, 4th down. Memphis gets the ball back, and there's 5 minutes left in the game. Oh, that was so close. He had it in the breadbasket, too. That was a pick. That should have been a pick, but that's why he's on defense and not a wide receiver. Nearly blocked, too, on the punt, but he gets it away. Fair catch being called at the 27. And here we go. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 59 seconds to be exact. With the season on the line, the Memphis Tigers take the field. Oh, mother of fuck. Oh, God. Tulane has 9 yards of offense in the fourth quarter. Memphis has 77 yards of offense in the fourth quarter. That is an insane stat. Just goes to show how well the Memphis defense has played. What are my thoughts on the Oregon-Iowa game? I think Oregon's going to wipe the slate. I think Iowa's fucked. 1st and 10 from the 28. And quarterback keeper, he's going to take it up the middle. He's going to slide down. That is Raiden in as the backup quarterback. He's banged up too. We got a flag down. Who's it on? And I think they're going to walk the offense back. Holding on Memphis. That's a backbreaker right there. Yeah, who the hell is their 3rd string quarterback for Memphis if they don't make it? I mean, Brandon Lewis was coming in with an ankle injury and all that shit, but like now Maiden is hurting too. Like who's your 3rd string? Because you have that. So, all right, whatever. Clock's ticking. Under 4.5 to go. 1st and 20. Maiden, back to pass. Throws it. It's going to be tipped and incomplete. Got tipped in the air for a good solid 2 seconds, but nobody caught it. 3rd down coming up. I'm sorry. 2nd down coming up. Last play they replayed 1st down. Forgive me. Oh, Jesus. All right. 2nd and 20, 4.5 from the 18-yard line. Maiden back to pass. He's going to get swallowed up in the pocket, but escapes. Eli Manning style throws it, and it's going to be caught. Is he in bounds? And it's a catch at the 30. Toe tapping his way on the sideline. 3rd down coming up here for Memphis. Let's check the replay real quick. Oh, great catch. What a catch. Oh, free play. Memphis at the 1st down. Caught at the 50. The line didn't even move. Tulane gets caught offsides for the 3rd time tonight. Memphis goes deep, and it works. 1st down, Memphis inside Tulane territory. You lack discipline, Tulane. Holy shit. The offensive line didn't even fucking move. They didn't even move. The ball was snapped and nobody moved because the defender jumped off sides. That's insane. What fucking discipline by the line to stay still? 1st and 10 from the 49. Memphis back to pass. Maiden throws it. Caught by the receiver. He breaks one tackle. He's past the first down marker. Out of bounds at about the 37. 4:03 to go in the game. Memphis is driving. They need a touchdown to take the lead. A touchdown and the extra point to take the lead. That is required. So 1st and 10. From the 37 in Tulane territory. Backup quarterback Maiden in the game for Memphis. Keeps the ball. He's still going to the outside. Brought down at the line of scrimmage, and he took a hard hit on that one. Clock's still ticking, though. 3.5 to go. 3.5 to go. Maiden got a lick on that one. He got tripped up and fell right on his shoulder and on the ball. That's fucked, dude. All right, 3 minutes to go now. 2nd and 9. Memphis has all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. From the 36.5, Maiden back to pass. Tulane rushes 4. Caught over the middle. Memphis is going to get out to the 30-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Clock's still running. Memphis is not that big of a hurry, but a little bit of a hurry. They are driving. The offense is firing on all cylinders right now. The interception did not stop them. Maiden calling audibles, trying to get his troops in position. 3rd and 3 from the 30. Man in motion, snap. Maiden hands the ball off at the middle. Why are you running the ball there? 4th and 3. God damn it. And that's the 2-minute timeout. Oh. 4th and 3 coming up. 2-minute timeout. I shit you not. This is insane. The season is on the line for Memphis here. Your playoff hopes are on the line. Your conference championship hopes are on the line. It's 3rd and 3. You run the ball out the middle as like misdirection or some shit. Why are you doing that? You've been throwing the ball pretty efficiently. Just do another short dump-off pass because you effectively got the same result here. Trust in your quarterback. Memphis has all 3 timeouts remaining with 2 minutes to go. They got plenty of time to get something done here. Hey, what up, Rocker? All right, so for those of you just joining us, potentially, here's where everything stands, okay? Tulane was leading this game at one point by a score of 38-17. They had a 21-point lead at the end of the 3rd quarter. Memphis is now down only by 6 after coming all the way back and shutting Memphis down in the entire 4th quarter. Memphis has not gotten more than 9 yards of offense in this quarter, in the 4th quarter. Both teams are over 400 yards total on offense. Memphis has thrown 1 interception. Tulane has 10 penalties for 74 yards. But Memphis has dominated time of possession, despite being down. Jake Retzlaff has had a hell of a game. 332 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. 1 rushing touchdown as well. But he has been shut down in the second half. Brendan Lewis, 317 yards, 29-34 with 2 touchdowns and a pick. He is currently not in the game. Backup quarterback, I can't remember his goddamn name. Drawing a blank. Arrington Maiden, the backup quarterback for Memphis, is currently in. The redshirt freshman. Okay. He's trying to lead Tulane to victory because Brendan Lewis has been dealing with an ankle injury and he ain't doing too good right now. You pretty much have to listen to this one because YouTube TV and ESPN are still in the spat, and now there's audio difficulties as well at the game. So I'm your only hope at this point. Not to sound braggy, but yeah, kind of am. They're at the speed. Good. Awesome. Great. Memphis, Tulane had a 98% chance to win this game, and now they are literally hanging on by a thread to this lead. Memphis has to win this game to stay in contention for the playoffs and for a spot in the American Championship game. Tulane needs to win this game to get back into the fucker because after losing to Texas San Antonio last week, they're currently 6-2, and they need to win out to have any shot of making the playoffs, let alone the conference title game. A loss here pretty much ends the season for them. A loss here for Memphis puts their season on life support. It's all on the fucking line. Here we go. 4th and 3 from the 30. Memphis has the ball. They need a first down. They need it now. And we got a flag. False start on Memphis. No. What are you doing? I was just giving you guys a compliment for your discipline, and now you're not doing discipline. Oh, Jesus Christ on a cracker. Spare me the excuses. When your season is on the line on 4th and 3, you got to remember what the fuck the snap count is. No excuses. Fucking none. Snap, 4th and 8 for the game. Arrington throws it. It's incomplete. It is incomplete. Arrington made and throws it for his wide receiver. He got a hand on it, but he couldn't haul it in. Over the shoulder throw. Not an easy play to make, but in this situation, man, you got to make that. 1st and 10, Tulane. Memphis has all 3 timeouts, so not all hope is lost. They just need to force another 3 and out. They have all 3 timeouts, okay? Don't let the score ticker fool you. Memphis has all 3 timeouts still. The ticker is wrong. So let's see what happens. The first down ends it. Tulane runs it up the middle. Gains 4 yards. Memphis calls the timeout. Stops the clock at 150. That false start killed Memphis in this game. You could also say like not playing defense until the 4th quarter also killed them, but like that false start, they would have been able to get that first down. I think they had all the goddamn momentum in the world going into the 2-minute timeout, and then with that single false start, gone, like fucking that, gone. The only thing saving Memphis right now is their defense has been playing lights out in the 4th quarter. They need to step up in the worst way right now. Tulane gets the first down, this fucker's over. All right? 2nd and 6, ball on the 39-yard line. Memphis has 2 timeouts. Tulane just needs to run the ball and burn clock. Rhett's left, takes the handoff. He's going to get shoved down at the 40. So another timeout being called by Memphis. 3rd down and 5. 3rd and 4 coming up for Tulane. Memphis needs to get one more stop to extend the ball game. This is why you pocket your timeouts, kids. Third and 4. If Tulane gets the first down, this ball game is over. Retzlaff, man in motion. Another man in motion. Trying to draw him off sides. Not working. False offsides would end the game too. But Memphis is not doing it, and Tulane's going to take a timeout now. They were trying like hell to get Memphis to jump. Memphis would not jump. 3rd and 4. Smart tactical call there. Save yourself the play. If you can get Memphis to jump off sides, fucking over, right? 5-yard penalty, 4 yards needed. Tulane absolutely needs to have this win. The rest of their schedule is a cupcake walk. They have to have it. If they don't, season's effectively over for them. And I already called them out of the playoffs. I still think they're going to be out of the playoffs regardless of result here, but because they're not going to pick a 2-loss America team if San Diego State or James Madison remains 1 loss in Sun Belt and Mountain West play. Here we go again. 3rd and 4. Memphis has 1 timeout left. All right. 1 timeout left for Memphis. Tulane has to get a first down to win the ball game. Retzlaff rolls to his right. Still looking. He's going to take it. That's the first down. Tulane, first down. Roll, wave, roll. Tulane has defeated Memphis. It's all over but the kneel downs at this point, man. It's all over but the kneel downs. 3 straight kneels, and that's it. Tulane has come back after a shocking belt-to-ass performance against Texas San Antonio last week and has knocked off the currently projected 12th seed in the college football playoff, the Memphis Tigers. And the American is currently on fire. As I said earlier, Retzlaff is going to have all the sex. God damn it, Necro. Memphis, like, God. What a ball game, man. What a American After Dark. Who the fuck knew, right? What a game, dude. Hard fought, well played. Memphis, this is why it's never good to let your opponent go up 21 points at any point in time during the ball game. Memphis had it, man. They were right there. They came all the way back. They were knocking on the door, and then that false start that turned a 4th and 3 into 4th and 8 killed their final drive. And Jake Retzlaff, Tulane, who has ice in his veins, gets it done for the Green Wave. And Memphis's playoff hopes have been reduced to ashes. As they say on Bourbon Street, laissez les bons temps rouler. Let the good times roll. Because Tulane is back in the hunt for the American. Memphis has been reduced to nothing. They have a 3% chance now of making the playoffs. They're out of it. Memphis is all but out. Tulane, they're still not looking great, but this immediately changes the entire picture of the playoff. Andrew Kopp for the $4.99. You're the GOAT, man. Tonight was awesome. Hey, no, you guys are awesome. You made this night so much fun. Thank you so much for being here. Let's talk about this for a second because this is going to have some massive fallout for the American and for the group of 5 as a whole. Okay? With this defeat, Tulane jumps to 4-1 in the conference standings. Okay? They're now right there with Navy, South Florida, and North Texas. Memphis with 2 conference losses Is that the second conference loss? Hang on. No, that's not the second conference loss, right? With 2 losses, yes. Because Memphis lost to UAB back in October. That's it. They're basically out of it at this point. 2 losses in the American is a death sentence. The only teams right now currently in the running legitimately to make the playoff, because I'm not going to count East Carolina. They're 5-3 overall. The playoff committee will not let them in, even if they did win the American. East Carolina is still in the hunt for the American. They only have 1 loss in conference play. Let's just be clear there. North Texas, South Florida, Tulane, and Navy. I wrote Tulane off after that loss to UTSA. That was a mistake. They will be getting a formal apology from me. Memphis, that is your second conference loss. You're done. 3% chance of making the playoffs. You're done. Go play basketball. Absolutely brutal. I'm sorry for writing off Tulane. I'm sorry for writing them off. I was a fool to do that. I should have known better. I should have looked harder at what the state of the conference standings were, and I did not. That was my mistake. So I will rectify that in Chaos 11, because, of course, this game's going to be in Chaos Week 11. Are you kidding me? Right now, if you're – I don't know who you put as the playoff team right now if you're ranking the college football playoffs. I don't know. Do you put 2 lost South Florida in the playoff right now? Probably not, right? You don't put 2 lost Tulane in there either. You're looking at Navy, Memphis, North Texas, San Diego State, or James Madison. 5 teams. We have trimmed the fat. We have trimmed the fat down to 5 teams. This is going to get nutty. The race for the group of 5 playoff spots is going to get fucking nutty as we get towards the last couple of weeks here. It's going to be an absolute shit show. And I don't think it's going to be solely upon what the American does anymore. If Navy does beat Notre Dame, they'll be the front runner, but if Navy's supposed to probably lose that game. So they're probably going to be out by proxy, even though they're still going to be in the hunt for the American championship. They're going to be out by proxy due to the fact that they have 2 overall losses if they lose to Notre Dame. So, and then that leaves you with Memphis. No, not Memphis. They just lost. It leaves you with South Florida and North Texas. And really, you could probably take out South Florida because they have 2 losses, right? So what do we have now? If I was on the playoff committee and I'm seeing everything that's going on in the American, and I'm trying to figure out who the best team is, you can make the argument that, you know, if Navy goes into Notre Dame Stadium, they play well against Notre Dame and they lose, you could probably make the argument that Navy should still be in the playoff contentions just because, you know, they're playing against the currently ranked playoff contender. If they lose, I don't think that should automatically eliminate them. But if they do lose and they lose bad, and I mean, they get blown out, that leaves you with North Texas and South Florida. I know Tulane only has 1 loss, but they're going to have to win the conference to even have a shot. So at this point, do you start to look away from the American and you start looking towards the Mountain West and the Sun Belt with James Madison and San Diego State? I would. You could say strength of schedule. You could say this. You could say that. North Texas is right now, in my opinion, probably going to be ranked in the college football playoff on Tuesday as the 12th seed. Yeah, South Florida beat them, but South Florida has 2 losses. The playoff committee is not going to let in a 2-loss group of 5 team if they can avoid it. I'm just being straight up honest with you guys. A 2-loss playoff team is not going to come from the group of 5 unless there is literally no other teams left with 1 loss. I think it's got to be North Texas right now. I want to say that James Madison and San Diego State have cases, but the American is a lot more deep of a conference right now than the Mountain West, than the Sun Belt. So that you got to consider as well. Now, if Navy loses, if North Texas loses again, now all of a sudden all of your American teams have 2 losses overall. Navy and North Texas are the last 2 teams in the American Conference with just 1 loss total on the season. I'm glad I'm not on the playoff committee right now because this is a mess. this is a goddamn mess. And I love it. I fucking love it. Have fun sorting this shit out. People want to bitch and moan about, oh, well, Indiana shouldn't be ranked above Texas A&M or Alabama, and Ohio State shouldn't even be ranked above Texas A&M and Alabama. The SEC dick suckers are out there looking at all that bullshit with the top 4, trying to figure out the first round buys. Bitch, you're missing all of the chaos in the group of 5, in the group of 6, whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is where the race is right now. It's in the group of 6. Who the fuck is going to get in? It's all gone to hell. More to come in the more. I was going to say more to come tomorrow, but it is 12:44 in the morning on the East Coast. It is tomorrow. So more to come later on tonight. We will see you tonight. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be streaming tonight, but I am going to go ahead and just say this right now. Thank you guys so much for this stream, for being as fun as it was, for the generous donations, especially by Obates and JFKH. You two are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for making this stream as fun as it was, with all the jokes and all the stories and all the talking. And what a hell of a game. Your final score from Memphis, Tennessee in the Liberty Bowl. Tulane knocks off Memphis, effectively eliminating them from playoff contention, 38-32, in a tight one that completely derails the entire group of 5, group of 6 race. I have been Red, and I'm going to bed. Good night. Have a happy college football Saturday to each and every one of you crazy bastards. I'll see you soon.